the park. Franklin Modular Homes. This really is kind of the future of home buying, home building, home purchasing, all in one spot. Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas, the home of Franklin Modular Homes. It's kind of fun, Rogers and Adam, to see a business take on the big box stores and still thrive like Sports World. You know?
Still holding their own.
Still holding their own. And Rogers, you had a kiddo that played soccer.
Yes.
All growing up.
Yes. And we needed equipment. We needed shin guards. We needed soccer balls. We needed headbands. We needed water bottles. I needed an ice chest. And that was just when she was a kid. It's been there since 1973 when I was 9 years old. So guess what I needed back then? I needed a bat. I needed a ball. I needed a glove. I needed some cleats. I needed
Sports
a
World,
headset.
8809 Juella. Rogers Hampton, it is so hot outside.
It is stinking hot outside.
That's why, man, whenever we pay online our SWEPCO bill,
Yeah.
I don't want it all going to SWEPCO.
No.
Best way to avoid that, insulate.
Yes.
Rapolo's insulation.
Rapolo's insulation. Call them. Do it. Get it done. How do they do that, Fletch?
865-5113. 865-5113. That's how you do it, Rogers Hampton. You know, Roger, some people say I'm a ham.
Oh, a big old ham.
Oh, thank you, sir. When it comes to big old hams, you and I know there's really only one place to go.
Big old honey baked ham.
You got that right. Honey baked ham, whether it's July 4th, whether it's Labor Day, whether it's Thursday. I'll take a ham from Honey Baked Ham.
Honey, please get me a honey baked ham.
Southfield Shopping Center in Shreveport. I had a feeling that when I decided to move our teeth over to Cormier Family Dentistry that we were in good hands. Doctors Adam and Jana Cormier certainly are top-notch dentists, but I didn't realize that they had all the equipment to make dentistry so robotic, so futuristic. I feel like I'm the Terminator of teeth now. But here's the deal. Their staff, so friendly, so kind, so warm, and so stinking funny. I enjoyed my dental visit. Who does that? Well, you do when you go to Cormier Family Dentistry. 868-4072, 868-4072.
Attention CDL truck drivers, my name is Clint. I'm with Bayou Bell and White's Environmental. We are looking for CDL truck drivers to add to our organization that's been going since 1981. They have great benefits. Get more information on our website. Drivers, 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 we need you. Come on.
The CL on the DL, Cantina Laredo, and the shops at Bell Mead on Uri Drive has become the oasis in a Shreveport summer. Holy moly, just sitting on the patio and letting life kind of drift through at Cantina Laredo. The food is outrageously good. The drinks are incredible. It's Cantina Laredo. That's all they deal in. The great banking team, Gibbsland Bank and Trust, 3 locations serving you. Here's the cool thing about GBT. Gives you the best of both worlds. What do I mean by that? The best of the future. All the technological advancements, the banking app is just amazing. Plus, customer service like you've never seen before. You'll love the great banking team.
If it's LSU sports, it's on 1130 The Tiger.
What's going on, kids? Welcome back. Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger. Rogers Hampton Jr. in the house. Adam Hester here as well. Our little show is presented to you by Walk-On's Bistro and Bar. 2 locations. Bossier City Airline Drive north of 220 and in Shreveport on Uri Drive south of East 70th. You'll find Walk-On's Bistro and Bar with their fabulous menu items to choose from that are all delicious and wonderfully delicious. I bet people don't realize that these ads don't come from a script.
Oh, your
You think?
improvisational skills are definitely known to the audience.
Huh. Walk-Ons, Bistro and Bar. Seriously, the food is fantastic. You have 3 fans inside this room right here. If you polled Rogers, which is, you know.
There are 2.
Huh?
Fans, there's 2.
There's 5 fans in here.
Yeah.
There are 5 fans in this room of Walk-Ons. We love Walk-Ons for so many reasons, and the sporting activities on the TVs is down the list.
Yeah.
I get choked up thinking about all the great food items. Thank goodness Rogers hit the cough button there. Do we even have a cough button? No, we have an off button on the mic.
Yeah.
We have an off button. Yeah.
So you can still hear it in the background.
Yes. Yeah, you can. Your mic's on. Rogers' mic's on. Walk-On's Bistro and Bar. We love it. I know you will, too. If you haven't been in a while, that's too long, partner. Sure as shooting, we'll see you there. Walk-On's Bistro and Bar. How about Donovan Wilson?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He was a sixth-round pick.
I think that's right.
Former Woodlawn Knight, Texas A&M Aggie, who is, I think, is known as quite the bring the wood kind of a fella. He'll lay the lumber to you. He'll make you feel what Sundays are like. He brings a load. He'll drop the hammer on you. He's got some bricks.
He's a thumper.
He's a thumper. And apparently, what's his name, the Jeff Heath guy, is sliding down the Cowboys' depth chart, and Donovan Wilson has risen to the top, running with the ones. So Xavier Woods, starting safety, right?
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Wilson, Woodlawn, running with the ones. Xavier, of course, Louisiana Tech. Dak Prescott, Houghton, quarterback.
Yeah.
That's pretty stinking good.
Yeah. That's a lot of fun, especially for our local Cowboys fans.
For local Cowboys fans. Now, Donovan is – there's no way that as a freshman would he have played against Dak as a senior? No, because Dak had the redshirt year at Mississippi State. They were never in high school together, right? I don't think. That's still pretty doggone good. Two local boys, literally local, are right now running with the ones. One will certainly be running with the ones for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think Cowboy fans were too upset about Heath being demoted. He is not exactly what I would call a fan favorite. Who was that linebacker that LSU had like 6 years ago? Number 31. Not Welker. He was just, unfortunately, just bad.
The one that was undersized?
Yes.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And they replaced him with and it was almost one of those things like, why isn't Jarrett Lee coming in for Jordan Jefferson against Alabama? It was, why hasn't Les ever done this before? He's kind of that way for the Cowboys. I've never understood how that guy's been able to hold on to a starting job in the league.
Sometimes coaches get attached to guys.
Yeah, he's their guy. That's what Sean Payton, apparently. Austin Carr is it Austin Carr?
I can see that being the case.
Yeah. That Carr is one of his guys.
Mm-hmm.
He likes him. Gritty. That's another thing about Hard Knocks.
That's the guy.
Hunter Renfrow. They are giving him hell.
Yeah.
For his photo for the combine.
Oh, yeah.
Gruden talks about how here with the Raiders, we're going to be in peak physical condition, going to be at the top of our game, musculature, going to be a physical, dominating species like this guy. And then bring up the photo of Hunter Renfrow. And then they show Hunter Renfrow and Derek Carr's talking to him. So how old are you, really? 37? He goes, no, it's just like my grandfather's hair, man. This is all we got. It doesn't recede. It's not receding anymore. And Gruden gives him credit for, out kicking his coverage. I think that's one of the reasons why I like Hard Knocks. That it's still kind of good old locker room talk.
Yeah. Can't get that many places anymore.
No, you cannot. And I'm not saying that, we need a place where we can talk about dames. It's not that. But it's just one of those things where it's just kind of fun to Woo, John, tell you what, Heidi Klum got a half-naked honeymoon picture on the Daily Mirror. Woo, John.
Stronger, real stronger.
Strong. Quite strong. No, but I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons why it's kind of like, man, if you were ever in a locker room, this is one of the things you miss, whether it was a high school locker room or an NFL locker room. You know, and I think that's why Donnie and them have so much stinking fun over Brewer Quality Homes. They've kind of taken the locker room there. You know, they enjoy being around each other. But that Renfro cat, once again, please hit it big, buddy.
He was just supposed. He was supposed to be a Patriot, and it's just not working out for him.
That kid can get through coverage so easily at the line of scrimmage. And it's, you know, they teach wide receivers now to pop out. Oh, to do the pop out, you know, slap off the hands of the defensive back and fight through it, almost like a swim move to get into the route. You know, he does it all with his feet. He doesn't have to use his hands necessarily.
Catches it with his feet?
No, Adam, he doesn't catch it with his feet. He's not a seal. Seals catch things with their feet.
DJ Welter.
Yep. Who I assume is probably selling insurance back in his hometown and making a good living.
He's a Midland, Texas guy, so I bet he's in that. Do they still have oil out there, right?
Probably.
Yeah, that's where everybody
he's an oil and gas or cattle in Midland.
There you go.
Or coal.
Or coal, which makes electricity.
Allegedly. According to some. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text line before we get to EH on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. What do we have there, Adam Hester?
Also today on Hook It Up and Check It Down, LA game warden or Louisiana game warden Troy Parker talks about what not to do when Dove season opens in 2 weeks.
Huh. You know what we need an E-game warden. Like someone who is the warden over esports.
That's the actual warden that enforces the marijuana laws, I believe.
So the game warden, it's Dove season?
In 2 weeks, I think he said.
This is what it sounds like.
Smooth operator, I heard the cast of Deliverance will be at the Arkansas Comic Con.
See, now that's better.
It's their short one, unfortunately. That's just sitting there for him.
I know.
Okay.
I know. That's fine. I applaud that. I want you guys to try to get your best shots in Arkansas because it is the year of the pig. You heard Chad Morris say he's rubbed the hog off.
What is? Yeah, I'm just skipping straight past. Bucko says he has a picture or a screenshot from March 5th. I think the Jones kid out of Duke will be the best quarterback in this class. And he says Bucko wasn't surprised.
Whoa, Bucko! Best quarterback in this class is probably going to be Jarrett Stidham. But he's 3 years. He'll be playing when Tom Brady finally retires at 52.
When they retire Tom Brady's robot legs at that point. Johnny C., Arkansas Comic-Con, you can only look at Lil Abner or Snuffy Smith so much.
Snuffy had a pretty interesting relationship with his wife. He'd go carousing, and she would always welcome him back with victuals on the table. I don't think that relationship doesn't exist anymore. He had a buddy that his wife did not like at all. Did not like it at all.
What does EH have to do? Yeah, come on.
He knew we're like 3 texts away from getting to it.
Yeah. Kachu says Beasley, ? I think talking about what you were saying about Renfro, maybe. Getting in between the... I'm assuming that's what that was for.
Cole Beasley?
Yeah.
I think Renfro's going to be better than Cole Beasley. I think he's a better route runner. Man, I'm telling you, Renfro is something.
I think Needy Williams is living up to his character now on the text line.
Uh-oh.
That's got to be what this is. That's characters, I Mr. Honest. Can you give me the Cliff Notes on Hard Knocks? I am Presbyterian and don't own a TV or radio. Thanks and God bless. Do Presbyterians not have TVs?
I think they do. Oh, good point. I think Amish don't have
Does
TVs.
the Bible allow him to use the app? I'm very confused.
Let me Google something real quick.
I don't think... Very, very funny tweet.
Can Presbyterian...
A lot of flat earth things just popped up. What is it?
Can Presbyterian pastors marry? Can Presbyterians receive Catholic communion? Can Presbyterians drink alcohol?
Yes,
Watch
Presbyterians can have grape
TV.
juice, yes.
Is it okay to watch football? Broomall Reformed Presbyterian Church.
Oh.
Hang on.
So there's a
Hang
sect of Presbyterians that
Should Christians
sure
watch
if they
TV?
can. Oh. Okay.
Ultras Presbyterian.
You watch Righteous Gemstones yet?
Watch a service, First Presbyterian Church. Well, if you can watch their service on TV, I assume that they want. Maybe that's how they're reaching the Methodist and Baptist. I
Only
don't know.
tube televisions, like
Right.
13-inch black and white, nothing more.
I do like the logo for Presbyterian Church. That's a good logo.
Like a windmill.
Yeah, that's a good logo.
It's like a Celtic
Methodists
cross,
have got a
but
good
not
logo.
as-
It's the cross with the flame behind it. It's been a good logo for a long time. Do Baptists have an official logo?
I have no idea.
We've all got logos.
Doc Marvin says that X is from West Monroe, then Tech. Where'd you say it was from?
Huh?
Where'd you say Xavier was from? Xavier?
Tech?
He says West Monroe, then Tech.
Right.
Okay. So
But West Monroe, it's not our town. Felt like I'm at the College World Series again.
this is our town.
Isn't that a good logo, Greg? It's not bad, isn't it?
Looks like a tombstone.
Well, it is. You know, you go.
Speaking of tombstone, it's all back to Econ.
Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line, 318-GUY-PILE, 318-489-7453. Tim Fletcher Show, brought to you by Every Day, GBT, the great banking team. I almost feel like if I don't call GBT's customer service that they're going to miss me. So I called them yesterday, and I also stopped by the Line Avenue branch. I double-dipped in GBT yesterday, and I feel better for it. Talked to real human beings in both locations. I love our bank. I think it's just one of the more incredible success stories going on out there, man. Locally owned and operated. GBT, the great banking team. Mansfield Road, Williamson Way. Line Avenue, just south of Byrd High School. East Texas, next to the Villaggio and Bossier. 4.11% interest with your free hometown reward checking. Bringing you the unsung hero on Friday Football Frenzy yet again this upcoming football season. GBT, the great banking team. And we'll be back right after this. Locally owned and operated, Chevyland has just a cornucopia of 2019 Chevy Silverados and Silverado 2500 HDs up to 10% off through GM Financial or 0% financing with $1,500 off on all crew cabs. Slide on in to a brand new Silverado at Chevyland. We care about you. I literally was walking around one of those big box stores, that sell sporting equipment the other day, and family was looking for helmets.
Yeah.
And little kid who still had Clearasil on his face said, "Over there's the helmets."
They don't know.
They don't know.
What do they know?
They know nothing.
We'll go somewhere where they do know something.
Oh, Sports World.
There.
8809 Joella. Been around since 1973. Hester, they got helmets that can fit our heads.
They do, and they know the needs of the local coaches.
They certainly
These other
do.
places don't.
No, they don't know the local coaches. Sports World, 8809 Joella. When you think of ice cold beer, Puff, what do you think of?
Red River Brewing.
When you think of so many abundant flavors that are just incredible, bursting on your tongue, what do you think of?
Red River Brewing.
1200 Marshall Street, where downtown meets I-20. Rogers Hampton, it is so hot outside.
It is stinking hot outside.
That's why, man, whenever we pay online our SWEPCO bill,
Yeah.
I don't want it all going to SWEPCO.
No.
Best way to avoid that, insulate.
Yes.
Rapolo's insulation.
Rapolo's insulation. Call them. Do it. Get it done. How do they do that, Fletch?
865-5113. 865-5113. That's how you do it, Rogers Hampton.
Robert J. Wright here to tell you about one of my favorite lunch spots in town. Now, I'm talking about the grill at Quirby's Golf Course. And I say lunch spot, but it's really great anytime. They open up early, 7 in the morning for breakfast. The most amazing lunch specials, and I'll bet you there's not a better burger anywhere. And let me add that the 19th hole at Quirby's Grill is very generous. Stop by, try it out for yourself. You definitely will see me, Robert J. Wright, there. Open 6 days a week, every day but Tuesday. The Grill at Quirby's Golf Course.
Did you hear that interview we had the other day with the Northwestern State softball player?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she was great.
And here's the deal. Her dad played baseball at Northwestern State.
Yeah, I remember.
Her grandfather played football at Northwestern
really?
State. Yeah. So it's been a family tradition to go to NSU.
Yeah, long lineage. You know, my mother was a demon.
I know that.
And now my nephew is a demon. It's just something like families do.
Northwestern State University. It's your family's university in Natchitoches.
Don't put your life on the line when you dig. Do what the pros do. Respect the marks. Dig with care. And before you dig, call 811. Louisiana One Call.
The great banking team, Gibbsland Bank and Trust, 3 locations serving you. Here's the cool thing about GBT. Gives you the best of both worlds. What do I mean by that? The best of the future. All the technological advancements, the banking app is just amazing. Plus, customer service like you've never seen before. You'll love the great banking team. Adam Hester, we talk about the Swoop biscuits all the time. They've got other breakfast sandwiches and stuff there. Croissants. Yeah, the croissant. You got that the other day.
I did. It's a nice alternative to the biscuit.
The biscuit, that's me. I like the big, thick, flaky biscuit. It's incredible. What is it about the croissant that just screams at you, this is for you, Adam?
Some of the same reasons, but a French twist on it.
Ooh, the French twist. Vive la swoop on the Bacchus of I-49. Brighten your day at swoop. Local Mudbugs fan, Adam Hester, joining us in studio.
Hello.
Season number 4 in the North American Hockey League.
Of Mudbugs 2.0.
What's your favorite part about the Knoll?
These kids are hungry, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to get that scholarship. They're trying to get drafted in some cases. They're trying to get to the next level of hockey and realize their dreams. So I love that about the Knoll.
Gonna eat Mudbugs hockey. Get hungry.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. 11:30 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hepton Jr. and Adam Lord Hester. PA Steadies in Grand Cane, bad cell service. We'll try to get back. Porter speaking. Porter's in by 9, out by 5. I was like, man, they bringing my dry cleaning up here? I had to get my baseball jersey dry cleaning, and that's a big deal to me. Those are flannel. Those are. I don't buy anything expensive to wear anymore. This is probably one of my more expensive outfits, a $22 UALR T-shirt and about a $19 pair of golf shorts I got on sale. But those baseball jerseys cost a little bit.
Sure.
And so when I get a little stain on them, I only trust one place, and that's Porter's. In by 9, out by 5. Several locations serving you. Adam and Rogers. There is so little news coming out of Saints camp.
Yeah, you're kind of right, huh?
I mean,
especially compared to Dallas. Somebody just is not going to get their check now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we'll go into the Jalen Smith contract here in a little bit because it's not exactly what it seems.
Oh.
But, okay, I get the no news is good news thing, Rogers.
Right.
Like, Astros made news last night. Hey, big win, another Springer dinger. Hey, Brantley, another hit. He's got a streak going. Hey, Carlos Correa on the injured list. So there's news coming out. But again, the Astros are kind of in the throes of wrapping up the AL West. NFL training camps, there's almost news everywhere. Almost every team has something going on. But it seems like the Saints just have plain vanilla. There ain't no hot fudge. Plain vanilla.
Right there, you dipped there for a second.
Plain vanilla.
Get her to record like some liners and voice, stuff.
We would have to jack up the audio so high. Where's my last text exchange with Caroline? Hang on. She said apparently they haven't located the armed person. Then she sent me a screenshot of her and someone else in her lab. I'm in the lab with the door closed, too. Their head of the lab went and closed the lab door, said that do not fight with the armed intruder, and then left, and then the laughing till you're crying emoji.
What?
Yes. We're texting her, are you on campus? Yes. What are they saying where he is? Coates Hall in between the Union and the library. Stay in the lab and hide. Or the door's locked. I'm staying here. Ha ha. The kid has got nothing but cancer on the brain. She wants to solve cancer. She's going to cure it, So we can put up with the occasional, she's off in Never Never Land. But then she'll come back with the author this paper on micro cancer. I'm like, holy smokes, that sounds incredible. Yeah, it's pretty big. But the Saints, there's nothing. The Colts, what's going on with Andrew Luck's leg and his bone? Got a small bone. The Bengals, they got to put in the Sean McVay offense. Boy, they've got a whole lot of, is Andy Dalton going to be able to handle this? The Redskins, Dwayne Haskins, can he take over? Well, look what they've done to Colt McCoy. They've ruined his body. Daniel Jones is now being blasted in GQ.
No, there's a bunch of them. The 49ers after Garoppolo looked like the Cardinals with Murray and Kingsbury. Yeah, there's a bunch.
Everything.
A lot of drama out there.
Saints, nothing.
That's okay.
Nothing. We're good with that, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's nothing. There's not really even a big position battle. Amy Just, I guess, is that her name for the Advocate? Has a story on one of the story today, the lead story on the Saints is, and this is kind of interesting, how many small college guys are on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't believe that, Jazz Ferguson can make it in Seattle, for instance, if you don't think you can go from Northwestern State to the NFL or McNeese or Nichols or Louisiana College or ETBU even, just look at the Saints roster. Emmanuel Butler, Northern Arizona, where Keandre Woodley is now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Keandre Woodley went from Oklahoma State to Northern Arizona, where my cousin's the DC, doesn't mean his NFL dreams are squashed. Look at this. But you keep on going down. Harvard, Nick Easton. Columbia, Josh Martin. Villanova, Ethan Greenridge. Hampton, Michael Ola. UAPB, Teron Armstead. Idaho State, Josh Hill. Idaho, Caden Ellis. Sacramento State, Darnell Sankey. Those are all FCS guys. Deontay Harris played at D2 Assumption College. Dan Arnold, D3 Wisconsin Platteville. David Onyemata played at Manitoba. That's a Canadian version of the NCAA. 12 of the 90 on the roster came from FCS or lower on the Saints.
Interesting.
Now, I know that Jeff Ireland gets a lot of credit for college scouting, but there's got to be some levels underneath him in the Saints hierarchy, in the the work tree, that are doing some hellacious good scouting to get these guys.
Right.
Butler was invited to the combine, so he was. It's not exactly a diamond in the rough.
Right.
He was one of the 60 receivers at the combine.
He was a known entity.
Right. Yep. But they thought he was too small to be a tight end, too slow to be a wide receiver. He was a tweener. And so the Saints kind of saw something that they liked in the guy. Yeah. It's kind of what the Raiders are doing with the kid, if you watch Hard Knocks, the kid out of UC Davis that plays in Alameda, right there where the Napa, where the Raiders train. So that's the big Saints news today is that, oh, look at that. They got 12 small college guys. There's literally no controversy whatsoever with this.
I think that's a great thing to have for your team.
The less that you're headlining The Athletic and ESPN and Pro Football Talk, the better off you are.
What? When do we make the next round of cuts here?
First round.
Or the first round, yeah.
Yeah. Remember this?
They're still at 90, right?
They're still at 90. Yeah. NFL.
And we go to how many? What's the next one?
Used to be 76, 73.
Or 72, something like that.
Like that. Here are your big dates to remember in August. Ooh, there's only one cut.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember, us talking about them changing.
I think that's one of the reasons why that fourth preseason game, you still don't have to worry about playing your starters because you still have 90 bodies out there. 4 o'clock New York time, August 31st. Clubs must reduce rosters to a maximum of 53 on the active and inactive list. Simultaneously, with a cut down to 53, clubs that have players in the categories of active on the PUP list or active non-football injury, the PUP and the NFI, must select one of the following options: place the player on reserve, PUP list, reserve, NFI list, whichever is applicable, request waivers, terminate contract, trade contract, or continue to count the player on the active list. And you can claim players on the waiver wire. Claiming period for players placed on waivers at the final roster reduction will expire at noon the day after. So at 3 p.m. on August 31st, cuts by noon the next day. That's when you have to put your claim in. Because that's how Jacob got kind of hosed in Denver, right?
Yeah.
He made the final cut.
Yep.
And the next day,
they needed a linebacker, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. And so, he got released in favor of picking up another guy. That was a lot. I think it was a lot.
After being told he was on the final roster.
Right.
They're
going to cut 47 guys at once?
47 guys.
And doesn't that hurt?
Turk has to have an assistant.
Right. And that hurts, like you're talking about, the ones who are able to get picked up by their teams. When you're when there's 2 cuts or 3, aren't you able to sift through who's available a little easier and pick, maybe find a guy who fits a need for your team? Why are they doing it this way?
I don't know. And I don't think that means that they can't make cuts along the way.
Oh, well, yeah, because they've right.
The Ollie guy from Last Chance U was the first guy cut out of the Raiders because he was lazy.
But some teams are going to cut 47 guys.
Yeah. That's a bludgeoning.
Yeah.
That's Thanos.
I'm interested to see, it almost is.
The Turk just dressed as Thanos and walk in the locker room, snap his fingers, and then have people positioned just go take helmets away from him.
It's your playbook.
It's a cold, cruel world, the NFL, man.
Wonder what they're going to do at receiver.
We went over it with Yoder yesterday. Larry Holder kind of has a projection for the receiver list, and it's interesting. We'll go over it again in case you missed it. But I told Yoder, said I could almost see that we know the top 3, Thomas, Ginn, and Traquan, those are done. Those are the 3 wide receivers that.
Yeah.
The other 3, because apparently they're going to keep 6. Right now, Larry Holder has Emmanuel Butler, Austin Carr, and Cyril Grayson, the speedster. But that could also be Stimmy Cobbs, who had a nice little play. Little Jordan Humphrey, who I think there's a lot of Saints fans that are kind of wanting that guy to be, a part of it. Travin Durrell, former LSU Tiger. So those bottom 3, Butler, Carr, Grayson, they could be replaced by Durrell, Humphrey, and Cobbs. Or Humphrey could knock Carr out. Grayson could be replaced by Cobbs. That's where, I guess, if there is a position battle that's kind of more than just one spot, I think it's the wide receiver location where there could be 2 or 3 guys.
Right.
Everybody that reports on the Saints believes Emmanuel Butler's got a spot. but he also has not shown up he didn't play very well against the Chargers. And as far as offensive line, Holder has Will Clapp missing the boat. They're keeping, again, Larry Holder's projections, 10 defensive backs. None named Ken Crawley. 10 defensive backs.
Yeah.
Both rookies that they drafted, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Saquon Hampton, who's got a little bit of an injury. So whether or not he starts on the active roster remains to be seen. But outside of that, nothing really going on.
I just wish Humphrey would have come back for another year.
Dude, if you had little Jordan Humphrey to go with Whistlebritches at quarterback.
Well, and Colin Johnson, too, who is basically little Jordan Humphrey. And you got two of them that look just alike out there.
Go with the old feaster routine. Let's see if there's anybody in the Big 12 that has two cornerbacks that can handle these.
Right.
You know?
With what they've done with recruiting in the slot, with the running back from Carthage, and for him, I mean, not just for Texas.
Right.
I mean, I don't get why a guy that big that catches the ball that well doesn't get
was an undrafted
because
free agent.
I don't know, but if he comes back for another year, he doesn't have that problem.
I agree. Let's do a little SEC update there, Rogers, before we take a timeout. Of course, our show is brought to you by AccuTip, 861-2255, 861-2255. Had a buddy text us on the Bayou Bellway Trash text line yesterday calling AccuTip. A, I'm glad you called AccuTip. B, I'm sorry you had to call AccuTip. In a day like yesterday and a day like today where once again we have heat warnings out there, man, please be careful. Drink a lot of water, all that good stuff. Light color clothing. I just go nude, and that helps me. AccuTip, 861-2255. No one's at the house, just me and the dogs. 861-2255. I wear shorts. 861-2255. Time now. I'm wearing my Brian Boswick undies. This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open hump day to holy day. All right, we've got the hard-hitting news that you need to know. What are we talking about here as far as the top 18 most popular college football players on social media? Number 18, Travis Etienne, Clemson. Number 17, Jacob Eason, Washington. Colin Johnson out of Texas, number 16. J.K. Dobbins, Ohio State, number 15. Xavier Thomas, Clemson, number 14. LSU's Grant Delpit, number 13. Georgia's DeAndre Swift at number 12. Kenneth Murray of Oklahoma at 11. Donovan Peoples-Jones of Michigan is number 10. Number 9 most popular players in college football according to social media analytics. Trevon Diggs of Bama. Justin Fields of Ohio State, number 8. Chase Young of Ohio State, number 7. Trevor Lawrence of Clemson, number 6. CeeDee Lamb of Oklahoma, number 5. Jalen Hurts of Oklahoma, number 4. Jake Fromm, number 3. Jerry Jeudy, number 2. And no doubt about it, number 1 most popular college football player, it's Tony Tagliabue. Chief! Tua. This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from hump day to holy day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street. He has a social media reach of 23 million people.
So how do they determine this? Followers and what?
Based on Twitter, Snapface, Instabook. Open Doors reviewed Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram data from July 17th, 2018 to July 17th, 2019. The list is based on most engagement, which is the number of likes, retweets, and comments on content shared by each athlete. Other factors include engagement rate, which is the percentage of the athlete's followers engaged with that content, and growth, which is how many new followers athletes added in that time frame. The average athlete added 15,000 followers. Alabama's Tua Tagovailoa added 256,000. The average athlete posts 6 times a month. Alabama's Jerry Jeudy posts 15 times a month. So there you go. Alabama freaks are all, Jerry Jeudy tweet, you got to retweet it. You're the best, Jerry Jeudy. Hey, Tua posted a photo. I'm going to retweet it. You're the best. Go to it. You go show them. Roll Tide. Notice no Arkansas players on here. You know why? Because they're concentrating on the year of the hog.
Because no one cares.
I couldn't hear him.
Mm-hmm.
He turned his mic down.
No one cares.
I say oink, you say oink. Oink. Oh, gosh. Oink. A little louder, Adam. When I say oink, you say oink. Oink. Oh, gosh. Oink.
The impression's so bad. You should just stop doing this.
That impression is so bad. You should just stop doing it.
Now it's Caroline again. Did you hear that, Roger?
Did you hear that, Rogers? Do you hear that, Rogers? No Arkansas Razorbacks because Chad Morris has those boys locked in.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Concentrating on the game. Don't be out there with your snapgram. Put away your Insta tweet. Got to win the game. Know what I'm saying? Yep, you do. 8:12 the time. At 8:12, we took a little trip to a commercial break, then we'll be right back. Let's Swoop Stores. Brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
So your kiddo comes home from practice complaining about muscle aching, so tired. If you want that kiddo to be improving in football, band, cheerleading, dance squad, Hester, they got to get on the practice field.
Yes, they do.
Can't make the club in the tub.
Absolutely. Get back out there.
Get back out. How do you do it?
Go to Chillin' Hill.
798-4325. You're a big fan. I'm a big fan. Yep. Imagine what it can do for teenagers.
Absolutely. Get the Norman Tech, get in the chamber, get back out on the field today.
798-4325.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Rogers, your pops was Mr. Shreveport, right?
Yes, he was. First ever.
Big muscle-bound guy.
Yes, he was.
You like muscles?
I do.
I like my cars with muscle.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. They basically are the Mr. Shreveport Bossier of muscle cars.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, because they flex the Challenger and Chargers all the time. When you pull up next to one of those, it's almost like, is that Rogers Hampton Sr., like, embodied in a Challenger?
Especially the ones that were red, because he had red hair.
Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram.
At Westin Hotels and Resorts, our entire reason for being is your well-being, which is why our wellness offerings are curated with one thing in mind: you. An Eat Well menu crafted with fresh ingredients, an on-demand fitness gear lending program that allows you to pack light and stay fit, and our heavenly bed that helps you conquer the day by giving you a restful night. All of it just for you, so you can rise. Explore at Westin.com, a member of Marriott Bonvoy.
Your weekend starts on Thursday at Buffalo Wild Wings. Every Thursday, boneless wings are specially priced all day long at Buffalo Wild Wings. Yup, Thursday is the day you can grab your favorite beer, watch the game, and get your meaty boneless wings at a great price. Visit BuffaloWildWings.com for your location.
At Indeed, we understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent pool to choose from. But sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Puff, what's the coolest thing you do?
Avoid Robert J. Wright.
That is an excellent answer. You're also a big collector of the vinyl, right?
I am. I love my records.
If the temperature at home gets above 80, 85,
bad things happen.
Vinyl melts.
Mm-hmm.
There goes your collection. There goes Robert J. Wright. He melts. Don't melt. Don't lose your vinyl. With Robert J. Wright. Accutemp, 861-2255. Avoid the melting vinyl.
Springtime is here. That means patio weather.
Patio season at Jimmy V's Fajita Factory.
That's literally one of the best places in the area to get a group together.
Sun's up. My gums are open.
Oh.
I'm going to be chewing in to some Jimmy V's. No.
Let's just talk about the margaritas and the tacos and the nachos.
Fresh from scratch flour tortillas, trash can nachos. Oh, the barbacoa tacos.
Chimmy V's Fajita Factory.
Natchitoches, Louisiana is one of the coolest little communities you'll find. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got scenery. It's got a ton of history. And there's so much to do there. Now, add in the fact that you've got a really progressive, advanced university. Northwestern State University is growing by leaps and bounds. Every year they're setting new attendance marks, new enrollment records. People are buying in. They love Northwestern State University. Let's Swoop Stores. Brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU sports. 1130 The Tiger.
This is how I would sing if I had like gummy bears in my mouth. Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger. Roger Stampton, Adam Hester. What up, everybody? I hope you're doing A-OK on this lovely Wednesday. Our show brought to you by Mudbugs Hockey. The Mudbugs are going to be back in action here next month. You want to make sure you go see some Mudbugs Hockey. Get your season tickets. Go to mudbugshockey.com. Give them a call. 636-7094. 636-7094. Mudbugshockey.com. Got any text here to get to before EH joins us?
Just let EH talk. He's been on off the phone 3 times.
EH joins us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Good morning, EH.
What's up, dude?
So you, buddy?
All right, just down here in the sticks.
I understand.
Past some Adams place, Stonewall. Whereabouts in Stonewall do you live?
Take a right. Just keep going. It's there.
Can't miss it.
That's got to be the best Mudbugs spot with you, tongue in cheek, probably a gun held to your head, said that you like people coming up and talking to you.
He really does like it.
Yeah.
He looks forward to it.
I don't mind it.
See? He looks forward to it, doesn't mind it. So what's on your mind today, EH?
All right, man. Hard Knocks is awesome this year. I mean, it's the best. Because I was telling Saint's wife, I was like, typically it's good football stuff. Then they go to, like, the girlfriend, and they go to the barber shop, or they walk the dog, and all this, like, fluff that has nothing to do with football. But, man, this Antonio Brown stuff is, like, lightning in a bottle. And Gruden's awesome. I mean, he's not like a lot of the coaches, like Peyton is so adamantly against it, and they're just, it's all about tongue in cheek and just so, tight-lipped or whatever. But, I mean, he just, like, is honest, and it is so cool. Because, dude, listen, both of y'all, all three of y'all have played with divas, with guys that were the best athlete. I did it my whole career. They were the best by far, but you know what? They knew they were the best, and then they got cocky. And then they didn't show up. Well, coach is not going to rail the star player at first. They're going to give him a little rope. But it was awesome when Mayock just said, dude, and we all know what he said. He said, look, either you're in or you're out. And then he made a big fanfare about it. Guess who showed up the next day? Antonio Brown.
I thought that was very interesting how they wrapped the episode up like that. That it shows Brown showing up after the Mayock comment. And I think that's, it's kind of a good cop, bad cop situation, what they're playing there. Gruden being the good cop, Mayock being the heavy hand.
Mm-hmm.
Mayock's, it's interesting watching him as a general manager operate in this thing because he was so good as an analyst, I thought.
Yeah.
And respected. But it was just kind of interesting how he kind of handles his general manager role. He's not very open, at least so far it seemed like with the media. And he's kind of close to the vest. He's letting Gruden kind of be, you be that guy, I'll be this guy. And I think I expected
playing a different role, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I kind of expected Mayock to be a little bit more out there with the public.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like Mickey Loomis. When do we ever hear Mickey Loomis?
I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah. He is a true behind-the-scenes general manager.
He don't look like much. He's so unrecognizable. I remember the days of Jackson when they training camp over there, I'd go up and say hi to him. He was so happy that somebody would talk to him. Well, I have conversations about him, of course, meaningless stuff, but, he's awesome. So I think, and, like Jake said on his show that, they could give two rats, rear ends about preseason games. Well, then I hear Gruden, maybe he's doing it for the television cameras, but he's like, look, here's Kyler Murray. This is what he does. We need to go stick it to. I mean, he was like, it was an important game, and you know what? The team played like it. You know what I mean? They played like it was like a real game, and it showed. And so that was fun.
That was fun.
So, but going to the Saints stuff, I got more stuff. Where everybody's on, and what's his face? Crud. I said I had stuff. I forgot his name. The rookie Emmanuel
Butler,
or whatever. But
Emmanuel Butler.
That was a terrible drop. I mean, it was
a bad drop.
Comical. Note this if you're a Saints fan, okay? You always, they do the 53 man projected and stuff like that, and you feel like you got it kind of locked in, and then man, after that last round of cuts, boom, he always adds 2 or 3 players like Lutz, like Lutz. He put Lutz in as a kicker. I get it, but still. He came out of nowhere. We put in linebackers and tackles and stuff last minute, And one thing is, if there is a veteran on the team, they can kind of scroll them away, and even after the last cut, they'll cut them 2 days before. I mean, it's just a terrible but 2 days before the game, they know they're going to be a backup, and then, sign them after week 1. Well, guess what? Their contract's not guaranteed. So it's a cruel business, but we're probably going to see a lot of additions due to some subtractions,
I have a feeling that you're probably going to see a linebacker and a defensive lineman and maybe up to 2 offensive linemen added on that September 1st day, from the waiver wire. That's just, like you said, that's how Sean Payton kind of has operated. Loomis has operated. There are going to be some guys who think they've made the team, and there's going to be the knock on the door. Well, we're going to have to let you go. We're able to get in a guy who was a starter last year in Pittsburgh for 6 weeks before he got hurt. Then he was in Seattle for camp this year, and he was backing up, but we feel like he's our best option. That's going to happen. It happens everywhere, but yes, the Saints, that's kind of a typical deal for them.
Yeah, their offensive line's pretty brittle, too. Everybody's going down. And lastly, before Lord Hester leaves, were y'all in a PPR, and who did Adam take first round and you take first round? I'm out.
Who did he take? I think Hester took, did I get Kamara with my first pick? I think he took Deuce McAllister. I'll look and see. Wolverine 2 joins us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I was just calling to find out about the top 50 program. I missed it. Who was the top 10?
As far as the college athletes?
The football programs.
Oh. Yeah, didn't JJ and Ben talk about that? They were talking about the Dennis Dodds. I don't know, Wolverine 2. I haven't seen the list.
Okay, I thought I missed it, but
I think Arkansas is number 1.
Oh, come on now. Well, I don't know. They were good back in the 20s and 30s and 40s, but
hey, they were pretty good in the 70s and a little bit in the early 2000s. I would assume that Michigan and Oklahoma were probably 1 and 2. And Notre Dame.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Your beloved Wolverines are up there, buddy. I promise. All right, man.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, man. $8:25 is the time. Dizzle checks in. Nate Dizzle. Tua is essentially the Brewer Homes of college football on social media. Adam says, remember, I went double Steelers the first 2 picks. Oh, that's right. He took Hines Ward and Troy Polamalu. Who did he go with? You went Sarah Connor and Juju. Yeah. He went Connor, and he had the 11th pick. So he had the 11th and 14th pick. I think he did James Sadakana and Juju Smith, Schuster, Smith, Juju, Smith, Juju. Give me Juju. Who did I take? I enjoyed my Red River Brews that day. I had probably 3 more than I did the last draft. So I could not tell you who I took in the rounds of 9 through 14. To me, it's not so much about the draft as it is the draft when you're at Red River Brewing doing a draft. And knowing that we had Haley was going to drive us around. So I was good. How's Hopalong?
He was moving better than I thought he was going to. He gave me a thumbs up.
Puff had a desk dropped on his toe yesterday.
Yeah. There he is. Hold on. Yeah, come on. We need a first-hand account. Come on.
You don't even have a boot.
Yeah,
Who
needs a boot?
I can bring you some of my T-shirts.
Yeah, what's the progress from yesterday? How's it looking today?
It is about as black as this microphone cover.
I had a feeling, yeah.
Your toenail or your toe?
My toe.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just show you.
No. I saw Antonio Brown's feet last night. That's enough for me. I saw that. I don't need any more of that. So, Puff, you had a desk dropped on your foot?
Yeah. We have, my desk is like one of those huge 200-pound desks.
Overcompensating. Yes.
And then I didn't pick it out. But Greg and I were moving it back in my office after they put down new carpet. And let's just say it slipped out and just went.
I get a bad feeling from my knees to my belt buckle every time I hear this story.
Yeah.
Because I just know how bad that hurts.
Yeah, it did not feel pleasant, and it still doesn't. No. But
which foot is it? Is it this one or is it that one?
That one. My left foot. Watch
you were
out,
walking
Chip.
better than I thought when you were walking up. I could see you were favoring it, but I thought for sure you'd be a little more.
He's in management for 3 days, and he's already broken his foot and costing the company money.
Yeah,
on the
workers'
insurance.
comp.
It's only a toe. Who needs it?
Which toe was it? Big toe?
No, third one in.
Oh, right in the middle.
Wait a minute. How does a desk land on that toe?
The corner of it. Right where they meet it in the corner.
Yeah.
I know.
It did not feel like kisses.
Did you cry? Did you cry, little girl? Did you cry, little pansy?
No, just walked it off a little bit.
Did Greg have to give you a little hug? Come here, Buffy.
No.
Huggy. We'll hug it out.
See, there's a reason why I keep a bottle of Jack Daniels in my desk.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Got a Jesus statue and the Jack Daniels. That'll get you through just about anything, Buff.
Yeah, Jesus didn't save my toe yesterday, but Jack Daniels did.
There we go. What would JD do? So there you go.
What would JD do?
All right. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm glad that I got called in here to recount the pain of my day yesterday.
No problem, buddy. Your pain is our gain.
I'm here to serve.
Thank you very much. That's now in management. Puff. Bayou Bell Waste Trash text line.
That was funny.
I took Kamara then Mixon. That's right. I took Joe Mixon.
Okay.
I am all in on the hype of Joe Mixon and the Bengals running that new
Mixon train.
The Bengals running the Rams offense. I'm thinking Joe Mixon's going to be Todd Gurley.
Wow.
Yeah. I think Joe Mixon's in for a big. Now, granted, I had the 4th pick, I believe.
Okay.
So that means I had the 4th and then the 4th and 21st pick.
Okay.
So, yeah, Kamara then Mixon. Basically, I took the picks that are going to win the league. EH, I can answer the question for you. Does Puff's injury prevent him from token on the Marlboro Reds? No, he had 2 packs with him when he walked in.
And I watched him drink an energy drink out in his truck, too. I was waiting to see him get out and see how bad he was limping, and he just downed one. I went, oh, man. These kids and their energy drinks.
I have never smoked cigarettes. That's saying,
Yeah.
there is something wrong with it, obviously.
Yeah.
Kills you.
There's a reason there's a warning on the
right.
label.
It will kill you.
Yeah.
But I didn't, once I started doing radio, I just didn't want to do anything like that because it was going to make me cough and gag. And
yeah.
So I was like, I don't want that. Hello, doll. Kind of hard to do a sports talk show through a hole in my throat. I would like to talk about sports. I smoke 12 packs a day. You know, it's not going to be very enjoyable. So I wish Puff would stop smoking, but it's a free country. That's the great thing about it. If he wants to, he can do what he wants to. There's probably some things that Puff looks at me and goes, I wish Fletcher wasn't so fat. You know?
Well, Rooker gave him a year.
Yeah, he's giving me a year to lose 30 pounds. Not Puff, but Rooker. Yes. The Fast and Furious is Michael Rooker. All right. Jalen Smith contract, Cowboys. What's going on there, man? And what has Jerry said now that's going to be taken and run with by others? We'll tell you about that when we come back. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger, brought to you by Cormier Family Dentistry. And that smoking, that'll hurt your teeth, too. That's bad for your teeth. Remember it yellows them and all that mess, you know? My mom was a chain smoker. I was like, I will never do that. Because we would drive around with the windows up and me in the back seat. This is great. Is this what it's like to be in an iron lung? Good gosh. Smoke didn't follow beauty, it covered it. I was basted in cigarette smoke. We'd show up somewhere in there. You guys been to a barbecue? No, just rode over here with my mom. Can you crack a window, Norma? I'm getting the black lung at 7. Like I'm a Pakistani coal miner or something. Anywho, Cormier Family Dentistry, these folks, they want to make sure that when you open your mouth, that you're presenting that this is your, it's the window dressing. Okay, this is your storefront, your teeth. When you meet somebody for the first time, or maybe it's that first date, and you smile for the first time, or you laugh for the first time, or you breathe for the first time in the vicinity of somebody, you don't want your name to be Hal and last name Etosis. Cormier Family Dentistry is here to make sure that your storefront looks beautiful, Clark. Beautiful. They're great people. I love this place. And I'm kind of eager for Allie's toothache to linger a little bit longer so she can go to Cormier Family Dentistry. I want her to experience the nicest, most incredible staff that I've come across. Love these people. Cormier Family Dentistry, 868-4072. They're on East Kings, right next to Drug Emporium, across from Albertsons, conveniently by the cavity-making donut shop. We'll be back on 11:30 The Tiger right after this. Let's Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
It's back to school, and Target has jeans starting at $8 and tees starting at $4 for every school list. Target's got all your kids' favorite styles of jeans. Skinny, straight cut, jeggings, flares, and more. All starting at just $8.
Good jeans for everybody.
And Target has t-shirts in all their favorite colors, starting at just $4.
Terrific!
Get jeans starting at $8 and tees starting at $4 for every school list. Low prices for back to school. At Target. Restrictions may apply.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical, not for sale to minors. Website restricted to adults 21 and over.
I'd been smoking for a while. I tried vaping when it first came out. It just didn't work for me. But recently, I tried My Blue, and it actually gave me the nicotine satisfaction I was looking for. My Blue is easy to use, and it lasts all day. I even like having the different flavors and nicotine options. It's nice having a choice. I think other smokers will be surprised by My Blue. I certainly was.
Find My Blue in a store near you or order online, myblue.com.
So you think you have unlimited data?
Recalculating.
Think again. If you have unlimited data on a network you can't trust, your data is limited, and so are you. Set your smartphone free with the new unlimited plans from Total Wireless. Get 4 lines with unlimited data on the nation's best 4G LTE network with 100 gigabytes at high speed, then 2G for just $25 a month per line.
You have arrived at your destination.
Get the new unlimited plans. Total Wireless. Total confidence. Available at Walmart. See terms and conditions at TotalWireless.com.
Every day is a great day when you're at Buffalo Wild Wings. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, or late night, you're going to find great deals in both the bar and the dining room. Like every Thursday when boneless wings are specially priced all day long. The weekend starts on Thursday at Buffalo Wild Wings. Visit BuffaloWildWings.com for your location.
Okay, my to-do list. 1, start a to-do list. Check. 2,
Finish the first thing on my to-do list. Killing it. 3, treat myself at JCPenney. Yes!
They're back to school. You're back to you. Hurry in Thursday to Sunday for the Reset and Reconnect sale. Get 50% off select St. John's Bay for him and her. Plus select women's denim for $19.99. Get an extra 25% off with your JCPenney credit card and coupon. Find it in the app wallet. JCPenney. Offers valid 8/22 to 8/25. Credit offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
I'm just about ready to go back to school, so my mom's finishing her shopping list at Walgreens. They have everything we need at great prices. This week, you can get deals on bubbly 12-ounce 8-packs just 3 for $9.99. And Gatorade 20-ounce 4-packs only 2 for $4.99. I love this stuff for my lunchbox. Stop into Walgreens for all your back-to-school must-haves. Deals valid with your card through August 31st. Quantities are limited. Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis and lose weight or stop smoking for only $49.99 guaranteed. That's Sunday, September 22nd at the Wyndham Garden Hotel in Shreveport. Weight loss starts at 11 a.m. and stop smoking at 2 p.m. And Monday, September 23rd at the Lions Community Center in Marshall. Weight loss starts at 5:30 p.m. and stop smoking at 8 p.m.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports. Powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU sports. 11:30 The Tiger.
Now this is a walk-up song. This is a rock and roll song. Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show. This is the perfect song, Thor Ragnarok. It's awesome. Man, that scene right there is like, that's pretty sweet, dude. 8:38 the time. Our show is, of course, presented to you by the great people over at Chimmy V's Fajita Factory. Chimmy V's Fajita Factory. Hope you enjoyed $2 Taco Tuesday yesterday. How about a little fajita lunchtime today? There, buddy. No one's gonna. We're not a judging zone here. It's a no judge zone. We're not going to judge you if you do Chimmy V's for dinner on Monday, and then you go back for $2 tacos for lunch, and then decide that on Wednesday it's another lunchtime visit with the $7.99 lunchtime fajitas, the Pronto lunch specials. No one's judging you, man. You're just a dude who's out there looking for great fresh mix. Hey, man, that sounds to me like you're pretty smart. You need a raise. Unless you're the boss, then he'd fire somebody so you can have more money. Jimmy V's Fajita Factory, Old Minden Road, right next to I-20. The freshest of the fresh mix that you'll find. Love Jimmy V's. Jalen Smith's contract. Again, kind of one of those, Rodgers, they know that they ain't signed old Dak or Zeke or Amari yet, right?
I think so.
Huh.
I mean, unless they just forgot about him, because Jerry did say Zeke who.
Zeke who? If he says Dak who, then we're going to have to go see about maybe a memory problem.
Now, that's a character from the Rooker thing, right? The Dak who? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They were chasing the Dak
I'm
who.
trying to learn all these characters.
You've got to do this. Well, apparently this 5-year, $64 million extension for Jalen Smith, the Cowboys linebacker, with $35.5 of it guaranteed. Yeah, because you know where the other $30 million is? The last 3 years of the contract. 2022, 23, and 24. 20, maybe 21, 22, and 23. None of it guaranteed. $30 million that he will probably not see. So it happens every time there's a new contract out like this. Just look at the guaranteed money. This is not Jalen Smith getting $64 million from Jerry Jones for 5 years. This is basically Jalen Smith getting $35 million in 3 years. Still ain't bad money. You know, it's still $11 million for the next 3 years, basically. But he's not going to get $64 million. They'll renegotiate his contract. If he's playing lights out football, if he's an all-pro in 2021, he's going to demand a new deal because he's going to be underpaid at his $11 million salary that's on the books for the tail end of his contract year. However, here's where it starts getting kind of dicey, in my opinion, Rogers.
All righty.
You re-sign Jalen Smith to a new deal. Pretty good contract. One of the top 5 paid linebackers, I think, in the league now, right?
I would think so.
Okay.
Probably.
You've already said Zeke who, so you're not really putting too many eggs in that basket. Amari Cooper isn't practicing because he's got plantar fasciitis in his foot, which...
Or does he?
Bing, bing, boom.
Is he AB in the Cowboys?
He says he's got it.
I believe him more than I do AB.
Now, remember, plantar fasciitis, Rabuche had it and said it's horribly painful. Jacob had it in both feet and said it was excruciating.
While playing.
And never missed a practice.
Because he knew he couldn't.
Antonio Gates had it and missed almost an entire season.
And still really hasn't practiced.
Yeah. Antonio Gates had it when Jacob was out there with the Chargers, missed the season. Jacob had it in both feet, never missed a practice.
And played special teams.
Because he knew he could not afford to sit out any time.
That's exactly
plantar fasciitis is a very painful condition.
Absolutely.
Cooper says he hopes to practice this week. That probably means that they're going to continue to shut him down. But here's my deal, though, Rogers. If I'm Dak Prescott's agent, I do start kind of taking stock in this, like, wait a minute. You've already said you don't need a rushing champ to win a Super Bowl. You say that my client, Dak Prescott, is a top-tier quarterback. You talk about Tony Pollard, and you reference Zeke who, because Pollard, played well in a preseason game, so it gives you the opportunity to kind of have a little fun. You re-sign Jalen Smith to a contract extension, pretty sizable. Amari Cooper, you're really not really going to negotiate too tough with him right now because he's hurt, so how much do you really expect out of him at the early going of the season? So at least my guy. All of these factors are, if we throw them all in a pot and stir them around, you would think the result would be a new contract for Dak Prescott. Not negotiating with Zeke because he's got 2 years left. Not negotiating with Zeke because he's had some off-the-field problems. You've already signed Jalen, so he's taken care of. That doesn't take any of your time. Cooper's hurt, so how much are you really going to negotiate with him at this point? You've already said I'm one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Where the hell's my contract? Granted, Dak's a local guy. I like Dak, so maybe I'm taking a little personally here, Rogers, but it sure seems to me that of all these guys with the Cowboys that are being negotiated with, the one who is being, and here's that word that people love to throw around, disrespected the most is the quarterback, Dak Prescott. This kind of is really weird. Now, Stephen Jones said that talks with Zeke, Dak, and Amari Cooper's representatives have increased since the team has gotten back to Frisco at their headquarters and are working out there rather than in Oxnard, California. I don't get that, Rogers. I don't exactly know. Why can't you talk while you're out in California? Because they even said, like in that last week there, that they expect talks to accelerate once they get back to Frisco.
I mean, was the string between the two cans not long enough?
Is the printer
out of ink?
Yeah. Is it out of ink in Oxnard? Does the Wi-Fi not work out there and you can't log in and find the Kyocera printer?
Yeah.
Like I can't find our Kyocera printer.
No, you've walked around the whole building.
I've printed stuff.
Somebody every morning is getting a stack of sports thing, and they don't know what the hell is happening.
Someone's got my Pro Football Focus draft guide, and it's about 48 pages, and I'd like to have it, please. And I printed it in color, so they're out of ink.
Yeah, some poor soul probably got fired down the hall because they thought they were doing fantasy football at work and wasting paper. Think De Niro has a problem with his employee.
Yeah.
She was watching Friends at work. Okay. And stealing millions of dollars. That might have been the deal. Okay. Which Friends was it? The one with?
So it's just one of those things where I'm like, come on, man. If you say that talks are getting are increasing, the preseason is now, what, tomorrow there's more games, right?
I believe so. Thursday. They've been trying to get them over with this year. That's funny.
They are. I was surprised there was a Monday night game.
I really was, too. To be honest with you.
That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there's a bevy of Thursday night games. As a matter of fact, when do the Cowboys play? Oh, it's the Texas Bowl, Saturday at 6. Houston and Dallas. Buddy, I just don't get it. I really don't understand what's happening. Oh, by the way, look for the Shreveport game happening this weekend. Couple Greedy Williams and Devin White, Cleveland and Tampa tangle. Brandon Wilson in action with the Cincinnati Bengals Thursday at 6. See, Carolina, New England. Who do we have in Carolina? Where'd Jalen Ferguson go?
No, that's Jazz.
Did he go to Carolina?
I think so, Fletch. You might have nailed that one.
Ravens.
You were close.
Right.
You were over there on
Right
that.
there.
Right there, buddy.
Right there.
I mean, right there.
Right there. Baltimore and Philadelphia. Obviously, we got Jalen Ferguson, Doug Peterson, Green Bay and Oakland, Jacksonville, Miami, Cleveland, Tampa, Buffalo. Tre'Davious White tries to shut down Matthew Stafford. Interesting with the Kyler Murray stuff. They had the Raiders taking on the Cardinals as part of Hard Knocks last night. Kyler Murray goes up to Antonio Brown. The mics catch this, Rogers. They got after Kyler Murray pretty good.
Okay.
Cleveland Farrell, the rookie out of Clemson, and Jonathan Abram, the rookie DB out of Mississippi State, right?
I think so.
Both first-rounders for the Raiders played well. They got after him. They got into the backfield and got in Kyler Murray's face. Kyler Murray goes up to Antonio Brown at the end of the game. Antonio Brown, Raiders, Kyler Murray, Cardinals. And Murray asked Antonio Brown, why they bring the house after me, man? And then the camera kind of gets a little closer, and you see Kyler Murray kind of realize that he's got a camera there, and he softens it a little bit, but he was literally asking why, in other words, why did you guys come after me so hard? This is this kid's second preseason game, and he's asking why. What does he expect?
When the bullets fly for real? Why did you come after me so hard?
Why'd you bring the house after me, bro, or something like that? I thought that was a weird statement. I don't know.
Number one game plan for all opponents when they play them:
bring the
house. If already you know it rattles him 2 games into a preseason.
And that's the deal. And here's why, I think you can game plan against this kid because the Raiders, Farrell, was taking that outside arc to get to him, boxing him in, especially when they were kind of had the Cardinals pinned deep in their own territory. Farrell's outside, and the other defensive end, I got hurt the previous one. But anyway, the other defensive end also is curling the outside. Dude, you could have one linebacker maybe spy the running back. You can bring another linebacker to kind of fill in one of the gaps. Farrell just went in with his hands up like this. Granted, Cleveland Farrell's like 6'3", 6'4", or whatever. And his hands up, he's 8.5, 9 feet tall. Murray has nowhere to go with it. He can't throw through that stuff. And I noticed this on Twitter. I was kind of like, I wonder what if everyone enjoyed Hard Knocks this episode as much as I did. So I went on social media and was looking on Twitter. And someone posted and it was true. My big takeaway from Hard Knocks, there ain't no way Kyler Murray's over 5 feet 9 inches tall. Because you see him out there on the field with the other people, and then after the game talking to Antonio Brown's this much taller than him. And Brown's, 6'2"?
Yeah, he's not the tallest receiver there's ever been.
But he towered over him.
Yeah.
There's no way Kyler Murray's 5'11". I mean, it's not.
It's not. No.
Not happening.
No.
So it was just interesting all around. 8:51 the time. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 the Tiger with Rogers Hampton. Of course, we got a full boat today on the radio station. 11-1, a lot of guests for hooking up, tracking down, including one of the game wardens, right? Yeah, so that's kind of talking about dove hunting. Coming up in a couple of weeks. I think Donnie, no, he's a quail. I think quail, dove, same thing. One brings olive branches, the other one was the vice president. Hooking up, tracking down from 11 until 1, 1 o'clock until 3, hanging with Hester, with Jake Hester. 3 to 5, it's the Patrick Netherton Show, live from Turpin Stadium today. 5 to 6, it's Sports Talk with JJ and Bonsai Ben and Rockstar T-Stu. All right here on 1130 The Tiger. All reasons why you should download the 1130 The Tiger app. It's free, it's simple, it's the law. Johnny C., that shows that evidently Kyler played against weak defenses if he isn't used to people coming after him. It was interesting as well, Johnny C., whenever they were preparing for the Cardinals, it did look like a video game. They had the cable camera shot of Oklahoma playing West Virginia last year, and it showed Murray rolling to the left and getting through and just blowing past everybody from West Virginia for like a 60-yard touchdown run. And it's like video game that this kid is that quick. He can destroy you if he gets out there. But all it takes is one hit. And Gruden was talking about 4.3 40, man. You don't want this guy. He can make you look bad. You know, you got to have to get after him, yada, yada, yada. Well, they got after him. And they showed what can happen if you get after this kid and kind of keep him hemmed in. Our show is brought to you by the wonderful people over at, Daiquiri Express, 5 locations serving you. Daiquiri Express. Yondu enjoyed it. I wonder how the first taste, he's like, this doesn't taste that strong at all. And then Mike just saying, oh, it will. Had a little watermelon vodka shot in the Yondu. That's nice, Clark. That's real nice. Daiquiri Express. They are good. Golly jeez. You know, Allie and I like the old daiquiris, man. That's a pretty refreshing drink. Sitting on a front or a back porch. Dude, that's LIVIN right there. Daiquiri Express, Pines Road, Mansfield Road with a drive-through, Uri Drive in front of LSUS, Round Building in Shreve City at the base of the Barksdale Bridge on the Shreve side of the Red River, and North Market where I-49 rolls through. Tim Fletcher Show, presented to you by Daiquiri Express. We will be back, and I've got a big question for you when we come back. Love to hear your answer. We'll even put a little Twitter poll out there. Right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810. Every single Friday on our show, we have Forcum Friday spotlighting a Northwestern State University Demon athlete or coach.
Ooh, yay! I love that segment. I especially like it when y'all talk baseball because my nephew is a Demon.
That's true.
And don't forget, family tradition, my mother is a Demon.
Ooh, I think I'll just kind of let that one sit there. Forcum Friday.
What is that
Every
supposed to be?
single Friday on the Tim Fletcher Show.
Very funny.
Do you like people, Puff?
Not really, Tim.
See, I'm kind of with you on that. When I go somewhere, I don't necessarily want people like right against me.
I like to have my space to hang out and enjoy myself.
I like to spread out. At Red River Brewing, they've got an enormous space, 1200 Marshall Street. You get to see people. There's a lot of people there, but they're not right on me. You know what I mean?
You can enjoy your beer and man-spread.
Man-spreading and beer drinking. Red River Brewing. At Chevyland, they care about you, and that care and attention has been going on for decades. Locally owned and operated, family owned and operated, Chevyland at 7500 Uri Drive has 9.5 acres of beautiful brand new Chevy trucks, cars, and SUVs to choose from, along with a ton of pre-owned vehicles that have made it through Chevyland's 172-point inspection. Chevyland, we care about you. Supporting the Tim Fletcher Show on 1130 The Tiger. You know, Nicole, they say I've got an electric personality. Does that help me out at First Choice Personnel?
It would help you. I'm looking for electrical or mechanical, technical people.
I'm not so mechanical, but I do have an electric personality.
Sounds good. You come my way. Let me see what I can do for you.
All right, 797-7810, 797-7810. First Choice Personnel, make First Choice your last call. The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clem McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com.
You're on 49. It is so easy to just hit that Burt Coons exit and swoop into Swoop.
If you need to top off your tank, Swoop. Locally owned and operated. Of course you want to support a Shreveport business and a Bossier business on Industrial in Bossier City. But at the Swoop in Shreveport, sweetie,
those breakfast sandwiches.
Breakfast sandwiches where the biscuits are a mile high.
Ho, 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 ho.
Sausage, egg, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. They've
hot
got
coffee
hot
and
coffee,
the OJ.
Clean restrooms. Brighten your day at Swoop.
There it is.
So what do you do on Friday nights? Nothing at all. Oh, I got some good news for you.
What's that?
Friday Football Frenzy is starting right back up.
Oh, the frenzy.
Fletch calls the parents live at the games, and they give live game updates, and sometimes they're yelling, freaking out. It's pretty funny.
So, hey, people, sponsor a segment or just get your commercials in the show.
Yeah, support one of the coolest local sports talk shows around. Email Fletch at getfletchsports.com or text the guy pile. Let's get this ball rolling. Friday Football Frenzy.
Be a part of the frenzy.
The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
And we are back. 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show. On this beautiful Wednesday, August 21st, my friend. Our show brought to you by Chill and Hill. Rest your weary bones. Get those weary muscles. Take those weary joints. Slide into the cryotherapy chamber. 3 minutes later, you'll willy love. You won't be weary anymore. You really won't. You will feel wonderful. Chill and Hill. 798-4325, 798-4325. There's a reason why people love this place. It's because it works. Really does help with your recovery. And that's not just for 54-year-olds or 54-year-old souls like Adam, but for the youngsters, too. If you got a kiddo participating in athletics or cheer or a band or dance, and they're really hooving it, getting ready for this upcoming season, they probably got some tired muscles and need a refresher. Well, there's your refresher right there. Right there. You'll be glad you did. 798-4325. All right, Rogers, I got a question for you. We put it out there on Twitter as well. If you're a wagering person and you have the opportunity and they trying to wager on the college football national championship this year, Rogers, and your two choices, you could either have Alabama or Clemson to win the national championship or everybody else. You get Alabama, Clemson. So if one of them win the national championship.
So not playing each other again, just
right.
one of them winning.
One of them winning the national championship.
Okay.
Either Alabama or Clemson to win the national championship. Or do you think the rest of the country will provide the national champion? Who do you wager on?
If I had to vote, and I just did, I'm going Field.
I am too.
I'm really going Field if it was, because when I first saw it, I thought Alabama versus Clemson again. I definitely was going Field on that.
Right.
But if I got a either or, I'm going to go ahead and stick with Field. Just feel like there may be a time for a change. Might be time for a cool change.
Time for.
That's a good song.
It is a good song. Well, you can make a case. Obviously, Alabama and Clemson have got the talent, got the coaching.
And if I'm wrong, I would not be surprised.
No.
But I just kind of like when...
Is this wishful thinking for us?
Yes, a little bit of that
More
as well.
than it is logic?
Kind of like when I watch Tiger in a major. I'm always going to take the Field because that's a lot of guys and a lot of field. And he hasn't played that good.
And when Tiger's in a major, only one guy has to mess up for it not to go right.
That's exactly right. That's
and
exactly
only
right.
2 teams have to not have their dreams fulfilled as opposed to 120.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
an odd thing. It's an odd thing. Yeah, I like it. I like the way you describe that.
And so this gives you Oklahoma.
Yeah. Oh, it opens up
Ohio State, LSU.
Yeah, I was going to say, dare say it, LSU.
Michigan, Oregon, Utah.
I mean, even though he's not here, I'll say Texas, yeah.
Those are you get those teams or you get these 2 teams.
Because between the injuries and chances of upsets that can happen, it can happen to the best. Clemson's been lucky the last couple of years to escape a few games.
Tua's already been hurt a few times.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Let's not forget that.
And they don't have Jalen anymore. Oh, but we got his little brother. Okay.
All right.
Guess what? LSU has
You got
Leonard
Bear Bryant's grandson.
LSU
I get
has Leonard Fournette's little brother, but I don't think Leonard's going to quite be Leonard.
No.
If he does, well, hallelujah.
Chance is a good kid, but he ain't Jake Hester.
No, that's a good way to put that.
Ozzie ain't Jose Canseco.
That's no.
Dan McGuire isn't Mark McGuire.
That's exactly right. Now, I'm not sure about Fred and George. I hadn't figured them out yet from Harry Potter. I don't know which one's the weak link there because they both seem kind of weak links.
Yes. Ron seems to be the smart one of the bunch.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know. He got the girl, too.
Yeah.
I always wondered, how did Harry know? I thought Harry and Hermione should
I did, too.
And that was a no-brainer.
We just got the one dream sequence in the Horcrux that,
right.
Oh, man, they're naked and touching and kissing. What's about to happen here? Oh, Ron's mad.
Oh, he is mad.
Oh, he's going to kill Harry. Oh, God, he hit the Horcrux. Thank goodness.
903. Sorry, we geeked out a little bit for you.
You know what? This past weekend, man, it's still floating in the air. Everybody's got the geekness still.
I bet you can make that bet.
Yeah.
I assume you can make that bet.
Yeah.
You get Alabama or Clemson
or
the Field.
I'm just because of it's an Eagles.
Yeah.
Field. I mean, we know dang well the 2 best teams, who they are, and probably what'll happen.
And Alabama's already got injury problems this year. Their big stud freshman running backs down.
Yep.
They're, 2 offensive linemen down. They're missing 2 starting inside linebackers or 2 starting linebackers.
It's not the perfect start that most Bama fans are used to.
And Saban
and they didn't start off number 1. Boy, that's got to be some butthurt fans right there.
And Saban has run off a lot of the coaches.
Absolutely. And not all of them have good things to say about him once they leave.
Right. And, that's going to come back to bite them. But in Clemson, I don't know. There could be a little bad juju with Dabo and the whole Kelly Bryant deal. I thought that was kind of that's just a bad thing to do.
I just got a feeling there's going to be a team they lose to that we come in on that Monday morning and go,
karma's a ditch. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
we were all been on the Dabo train. We liked him, but I've heard too many people say, in this offseason, he's done and said some things that have made people kind of turn that normally wouldn't let things like that happen. But you continue.
You do this, and he said that,
and then
he does that, and he didn't do this.
We're not going to give this kid a ring that played in 4 games for it.
Won a game for us, started 4 games. We were 4-0.
So you mean that freshman that you only played in 4 games, the redshirt him is going to get one, but the guy who played in 4 games that's not on the team anymore is not going to get one?
Correct.
Okay.
But I'm a good guy.
I'm a good guy. I got to slide. I slide to work.
Oh, look at me.
I come down this slide to my office.
Hey.
Oh, shucks. Couldn't he shoot fire?
You know who he's got starting to look like?
Yeah.
Old Roy.
Oh, Roy.
Oh, man. Oh, shucks. Out here in North Carolina. How do I do it? God darn it.
All these recruits and we're winning?
How did that happen? I got how many first-round draft picks? I don't
know.
How's that happen? We're just doing things the right way out here.
The Clemson way?
We put God first and Kelly Bryant last. Okay. All right. Well, karma may be kind of...
Yeah?
Who is it? Karma. Not here, man. I'm on my slide. Who is it now? Karma. Karma's just he's just rude. There's another word for him, but I just won't say it. 'Cause I'm a good guy. Give me that ring back, Kelly. I gave it to my dog. He wears it around his neck.
Buried it in the backyard. He buried it in the backyard.
I see him at night sometimes walking around out there.
Just
even though he's been dead for 6 months.
Oh, my God.
I see dead dogs. I might have gone over the edge.
I went into the light even though the little lady told me not to.
Yeah.
All are welcome.
So this will be...
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the field.
I'm
Long
with
as
you
it ain't
there.
Texas, I'll be happy. Obviously, no offense to Draco or Bama Doug.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't. The worst thing in the world is Alabama winning a national championship. That's one of these things where I hope President Trump decides to buy Alabama.
Heck with this Greenland crap.
Forget Greenland. Buy Alabama and, like, start mining in Tuscaloosa.
Start sectioning it all.
Yes. Anybody but Bama. A, B, B. Or A. Yeah. A, B. Anybody but Alabama or anybody but Bama. But Bama. And I'm almost to the point where I'm like, anybody but Bama or Clemson. Or Texas. So it's anybody but Bama, Clemson, or Texas. Anybody but Bama.
Got to throw one more team in there that I would rather probably see Clemson win.
Ohio State?
Even more than that I just like. Somebody's team that roots in the afternoon from 5 to 6.
Indy?
Notre Dame. I cannot stand
All
Notre
right.
Dame.
Our acronym is growing. ABBCTND.
I mean,
anybody but Bama, Clemson, Texas, Notre Dame.
I could handle Ohio State just because of our good buddy Matt Yoder. That would be the one.
Right.
I'm happy for him. He'll be happy for the whole year every Tuesday when we have him on. But no, yeah, Notre Dame is the one I don't want to see sniff a playoff. Don't want them to be one of those 4 teams.
All right. So
just go to your high bowl. Keep your independence.
So Johnny C says, I couldn't stomach Oklahoma. Okay, so it's at Oklahoma. Anybody but Bama, I'll say Ohio State because I hate Ohio State, even though I love Yoder. OSND.
Did Janice give us our Abacab? Are we now Abacab?
Turn it on.
Turn it on again.
Abaktasand.
Ooh.
Abaktasand.
I like
anybody but Bama, Oklahoma, Clemson, Texas, Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Abaktasand. Is there another vowel we could... Eastern Michigan? I need an E before the ND. Or an A or an O or an I. Oh, Oregon? I like Oregon, though.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Florida, is that a vowel? Florida, F? No. A&M? They're not going to be that good. They can't beat those 4 teams. I think there's no more vowels that are in contention. Not showing love for A&M on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line. Just, I ain't buying into it. Was it Reasonable Aggie that texted me? He goes, what's the over-under for wins? for A&M in these games, the LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Clemson.
Yeah.
I said 0.5. Do you take the over in that? Will they win one game, in other words?
Yeah.
No. They're not going to beat any of those teams.
And that big stud tight end out for the year for sure now.
Freshman tight end.
Yeah. There's
So no love for A&M, but yeah, my motto this year, and I will say it many times, Abachtausend. College football 2019, Abachtausend. Anybody but Bama, Oklahoma, Clemson, Texas, Ohio State, Notre Dame. I think that's it. Yeah. Bayou Bellway's Trash text line. Draco says, Mac Jones has had a good camp, but Bama is having a lot of injuries. Draco also says, I hope Matt Jones never makes the Hall of Fame, in response. 318. Wow, showing love for A&M. No love for A&M. A&M gets their little jollies when they get to beat Arkansas yet again. So, yeah. So you'll get to do your little whoop and sway, kiss. Oh, the dudes in the jumpsuits are doing push-ups. Cantina Laredo in the shops at Belmead. I rolled the L there, Rogers. It's ready. Cantina Laredo. When they bring out the avocados in that little kind of stone-looking bowl, and they've got all the ingredients in little bitty containers around there that they're going to mix in whatever you want with your tableside guac. Buddy, the aroma is just intoxicating. The smoothness of their avocado and their guac is, you could literally spread it on a piece of white bread. It's so smooth. It won't tear it up like chunky peanut butter. You know how I feel about chunky peanut butter on a sandwich. They make their guac so smooth, tableside at Cantina Laredo, you could skate on it. It is like glass, but tastier, and won't like carve your stomach up. Cut your lip, gums, your teeth, or your tongue. Yeah. Nothing like that. It's the opposite. Your lips, teeth, tongue, taste buds, gullet, tummy, everything's going to be happy. Cantina Laredo in the shops at Belmead on Uri Drive. And we'll be back right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810. I literally was walking around one of those big box stores, that sells sporting equipment the other day, and family was looking for helmets.
Yeah.
And little kid who still had Clearasil on his face said, "Over there's the helmets."
They don't know.
They don't know.
What do they know?
They know nothing.
We'll go somewhere where they do know something.
Oh, Sports World.
There.
8809 Joella. Been around since 1973. Hester, they got helmets that can fit our heads.
They do, and they know the needs of the local coaches.
They certainly
These other
do.
places don't.
No, they don't know the local coaches. Sports World, 8809 Joella.
Puff,
I'm going to ask you a personal question.
Oh, boy.
How often do you swoop?
Oh, I swoop all the time. Biscuits, gas. If I need something, Swoop's got it. It's the perfect place to swoop.
If you're going to swoop, you may as well swoop at Swoop. If you're going to do a biscuit swoop, why would you swoop anywhere other than Swoop to get a biscuit swoop?
Oh, those biscuits.
The croissants, the English muffins, the biscuits.
Oh, I need a napkin to clean up this
Stop
stool.
drooling. Start swooping. Swoop.
Have you enrolled us in the plan?
Sweetie, I've got us in so many plans, I've forgotten where the plans are.
No. The 2 times a year plan where AccuTemp comes out.
Yeah. All in that. Because as a matter of fact, it's time for them to come out and do our spring one.
Yes, we're about to make the big switch over from blasting the heat to blasting the cold air.
AccuTemp's the one. And here's the deal. You change out the air filters. That's smart. That's good. But have AccuTemp come out twice a year, get your air conditioner ready for the summer, heater ready for the winter. AccuTemp, 861-2255. It is hot as blue blazes, and no one has got more sizzling opportunities than First Choice Personnel. Nicole joins us. Hey, Nicole, what's happening?
Hey, Tim. We're looking for production, manufacturing, forklift positions right now. We're always looking for someone looking for a job in the warehouse. Anyone right now looking for a job. We have lots of openings.
Lots of openings. Think about that. A warehouse is big. They need people to fill that warehouse. First Choice Personnel, 797-7810. GBT, the great banking team, has made life easier for those who want to be GBT customers, but you work 8 to 5. You got to take the kids to soccer or baseball or softball practice after that. You're getting up early and doing your run. You don't even get a lunch break because, well, you work for someone like Robert J. Wright. Well, guess what? There are ways you can now open your account online. Go to GippslandBank.com and open your hometown free reward checking account online. They are the great banking team. When you think of ice cold beer, Puff, what do you think of?
Red River Brewing.
When you think of so many abundant flavors that are just incredible, bursting on your tongue, what do you think of?
Red River Brewing.
1200 Marshall Street, where downtown meets I-20. Locally owned and operated, Chevyland has just a cornucopia of 2019 Chevy Silverados and Silverado 2500 HDs up to 10% off through GM Financial or 0% financing with $1,500 off on all crew cabs. Slide on in to a brand new Silverado at Chevyland. We care about you. Local Mudbugs fan, Adam Hester, joining us in studio.
Hello.
Season number 4 of the North American Hockey League.
Of Mudbugs 2.0.
What's your favorite part about the Knoll?
These kids are hungry, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to get that scholarship. They're trying to get drafted in some cases. They're trying to get to the next level of hockey and realize their dreams. So I love that about the Knoll.
Gonna eat Mudbugs hockey. Get hungry. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
1130 The Tiger, Bossier City's home for LSU sports.
Taking it down a notch, everybody. It's the last song of the night, people. Last song of the night. Couple skate here. 9:18, the time. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30. Tiger. Sorry, Zuckerberg. Sorry, Zuckerberg. Sorry, don't shoot us, Zuckerberg. Make a little baby bring down for you. Make a little. Make a love come down on you. Think about the better way. But that we may start anew. There's a new sun rising.
I mean, he can't kick us off for that, right? Because that's not really singing.
No, it is.
I mean, it's
pretty dang close.
It is pretty close. I didn't want to pat ourselves on the back too much.
No,
but we can kind of carry an ambrosia tune if we had to.
That, my wife loves my falsetto.
Does she really?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Would you stop singing with that falsetto? You can't do a falsetto, Fletcher.
When you kick into those Bee Gees songs, I know she must love that.
Oh, has to. And how can you blame her?
And you're loving it all.
And that's on Broadway. Update on our Twitter poll that we have on @Fletch Worldwide for just a little bit longer here until the top of the
Fletch
hour.
Prestige Worldwide.
Wide. 60-40 right now. The field choosing 60% of the vote for the field, 40% of the vote for Alabama Clemson. 60-40 right now. Taking the field compared to Alabama Clemson for the national championship. So, there you go. Bayou Bellway's Trash text line. Draco says, I'm praying for Allie. He said, never had chunky peanut butter. Choosy Moms chose creamy. I think it's Jif. Yeah. Johnny C. is not buying into the whole Jake Hester thing. To him, still Jacob. The man wants to be called Jake. He's going to be Jake, I guess. And that's all there is to it. It's his prerogative. I mentioned this yesterday. Billy Packer. Kind of a curmudgeon. Thinks he's better than you and me and just about everybody else. He's been out of the limelight since didn't he have some derogatory, like sexist comments, and that kind of drove him out of, like, women don't deserve this. They don't deserve to be in the same room with me. And he talked down to like a female staffer. Isn't that ring a bell? He said he stepped
I know
away.
Ron Franklin did that and lost his gig.
Yeah.
I know that for sure because I watched him growing up in Houston big time, and then all of a sudden, he gone.
Make sure. I don't want to disparage.
Yeah, I can't recall completely if that's what it was, or he just finally was like, you know what, I've been doing this 92 years, I'm out. Can't remember if there was a scandal or not with him, or he just got tired of it, or they got tired of him.
Maybe so. Oh, yeah, he made sexist comments to Duke students back in 2000, whatever. He said, you need to get a license. When do we let women control who gets into a men's basketball game? Why don't you go find a women's game to let people into?
Ooh, wow.
This was quoted by Jen Feinberg and Sarah Bradley. Yeah, so anyway, he's a little bit of an elitist. Maybe not a sexist.
That's a good way to say that. Yeah. That's a good word.
All right. So, but he did have some interesting things to say. And I'm not saying I agree with him, but he got nothing to lose now.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He's 70-something. He's got homes in 3 or 4 different cities and travels the world. Doesn't watch college basketball. He said, the more I'm away from broadcasting, the more I realize I never really was a sports fan. I love to discuss strategy, never had a rooting interest. Very seldom watch much basketball. And he says, I watch the college game. I watch the NBA more than college because the college game is somewhat depressing in the fact we will never see great teams or great players again because you never see a guy through the natural maturation process from freshman to senior. I'm so glad I'm not involved in broadcasting because I couldn't say what I really see. It wouldn't be something that would be positive and promote the game. As far as the FBI investigation into college basketball, what's going on in the sport of basketball, you have a team of kids 12 and 14 years of age playing all over the U.S. in organized fashion, being supported by sneaker companies looking for the next LeBron James. They're getting to kids at an early age, and the kids are never really learning how to play the game, but they're learning how to develop individual skills when the ball is in their hands. I'd be very surprised if there are more than a very few athletes at the highest level who technically qualify to be amateur athletes. In other words, he thinks they're dumb. Should the NCAA pay the athletes? Says there's no money to pay everybody. That's another fallacy. With Title IX, and particularly in this age of political correctness, whatever you would pay Zion Williamson at Duke, you'd have to pay the female rower at Harvard the same amount. So that'll never happen. There are only 30 players with a name recognition that would be worthy of having a salary anyway. Well, that was very interesting. Only 30 players that would be worthy of a salary in collegiate athletics right now. You buying that, Rogers?
Say that again for me.
30 players collegiately that are deserving of a salary.
Oh God, no! I don't believe that. No,
that
you can't.
I guess what he's trying to say is
that only the superstars on the team.
That only the superstars that, if, like, I'm an Arkansas Razorback fan, for instance. I couldn't tell you right now who the starting left tackle is for Arkansas. Heck, I wish I could tell you the starting quarterback, but even Chad Morris hasn't decided that. But should like with LSU, is there anybody on LSU's team that is a quote-unquote national star? According to this, algorithm that was used to determine who was out there the most engaged athlete in college football, only was it Grant Delpit was the only one who made the top 20?
I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it.
Is he considered a superstar? Can you Zion was a superstar because he had YouTube videos that were blowing up as an 8th grader. And 9th grader.
Yeah, he's been around.
It's kind of hard for college football players to be a superstar. Tua is a superstar. Trevor Lawrence is a superstar. I don't know if there's any other superstars in college football. College basketball, I don't know who the next superstar is because they have all gone on after the one and done. So I think that where he's coming from is a logical point of view. Like, hey, you can't pay everybody because the female rower at Harvard is going to want the same money that Zion would have gotten at Duke. In a hypothetical, pay the student athletes money. And his logic that only 30 or so players are deserving of a salary, I get where he's coming from, but I don't think anyone's ever argued that point before because they're all going to get their money. If you're a recognizable superstar, you're going to get your money. Trevor Lawrence is going to get paid in 2 years by being the number one pick in the NFL draft. Tua Tagovailoa is going to get it paid by being the number one pick in the 2020 draft. Grant Delpit's going to be a top 10 pick. Christian Fulton, top 10 pick. Jerry Jeudy, top 10 pick. They're all going to get their big payday. It's not those guys that I think people are concerned about with being kind of the back-breaking labor for the fat cats in college sports, the coaches and athletic directors who are making bank while the kids aren't. It's not that, man, Zion Williamson will never get the opportunity to make any money off of his basketball skills. He's going to probably make $250 million in the first 3 years of his professional career with endorsements and salary. But the seventh man on Northwestern State's basketball team is not. So those are the ones that people are talking about paying. 318, hey, Billy, you didn't like college basketball, so did you give your CBS checks back? Yeah. That's just kind of that comment that he made, Rogers, I thought, that's Billy Packer. I don't even like what I'm doing.
No, that sums it up completely right there, yeah.
But I guess I will do it because I'm so good at it. I hate it, but, oh well, if I'm the best at what I do and I hate it, I better keep doing it. Jackass. It's like Troy Aikman of announcers. Although Troy Aikman is an announcer now. Yes. And when Troy Aikman disrespected me, he was an announcer. Where was John Gruden to be my white knight when Aikman was stepping over me? Why didn't he take up for my cause like he is Antonio Brown? Drop a desk on his toe like I did Puff. Honey Hole says Jalen Hurts. There's a guy that's a superstar.
Well, and maybe. Apparently Lincoln Riley says that he's just barely ahead of the two freshmen.
Sure he is.
Yeah, sure he is, Clark. Bingo.
Yeah.
And then the next scene is he's going to put that stuff on the little slide, and Jalen Hurts is going to be it. And shoo! Who's our starter? Bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah. Talk spend much? No.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, how funny would it be if Jalen Hurts plays his way into being the number one overall draft pick?
And wins the Heisman.
And wins the
3 years
Heisman.
in a row, Oklahoma wins.
And
Heisman
Tua,
quarterback.
if Jalen Hurts and Tua
are both at the Heisman ceremony.
At the Heisman ceremony.
Oh, my. Now that, I would not.
I don't know if that's Alanis Morissette's version of irony or if it's the real
Yes.
irony, but that
With
would
Trevor
be
Lawrence sitting
funny.
right between
Trevor
them.
Lawrence like, hey, dude.
And the wild card,
Ben Hicks, Arkansas.
Joe Burrow.
John, did you hear? Rogers Hampton. He put Joe Burrow in the same category as Jalen Hurts, Zach LaVore, and Hairboy.
What's he done, John?
What's he done?
John, what's he done, John?
What's Joe Burrow done?
What's he done? Another year in the system, another year getting mature, another year getting stronger and smarter and faster. John, what is that going to do for him, John? What's that going to do for the Tigers, John? Is he going to tackle somebody too, John?
Can't throw and catch, can he, John?
You saw what happened last year when he tried to tackle somebody?
Got knocked out.
Got knocked out, his chin got cut, helmet was all crooked. John, what's he going to do, John?
What's he going to do with Alabama, John?
You want to see a real quarterback, John? Go to ND, John. ND, John. Real quarterback. ND, John.
Yours is good. Yours is good. Mine's bad. I do a bad Ben. But
considering I was their first original board op, I got a taste of it right off the bat. What does this taste like? Oh, John. The Pirates, John. The Pirates, John. Fourth Greg, John. Fourth Greg, John. Billy Joe, John. BJT, John. BJT, John. Billy Joe. Floody's coming to town, John. Floody's coming to town. Calgary Stampeders, John. Calgary Stampeders. Are you finished? Okay, can we get to? We're gonna get to any of your subjects on that Big Chief tablet. It is 9:32 after. It is Mickey Mantle, O.J. Simpson. After the hour. Can't believe I did that fast because I suck at thinking of numbers and names.
Yeah,
because he's really good at it. JJ's really good at that.
And Ben
I can't believe I got away with that one that quick. It's Drew Brees, O.J. Simpson after the hour, John. All the way from Saskatchewan to my front lawn, John. My front lawn, John. From here to Saskatchewan, John.
Yep.
ND, John. ND.
Pretty much.
NC for the ND, John. You heard it right here, John. NC for the ND.
Friday Football Frenzy. We'll be here before you know it.
The Frenzy.
The Frenzy. Powered by Chevy Land. Friday Football Frenzy starting September 6th on 101.7 FM, News Radio 710 Keel. Adam Esther, Towboy Puff, and myself, and our cavalcade of correspondents. All the high school games in the area we'll have covered. 7 to 10:30 every Friday night for 12 weeks, starting September 6th, powered by Chevy Land. Yes. And a reminder that we are looking for the student sections who live Moss to the fullest. Live Moss, my good friends. Taco Bell and Friday Football Frenzy are teaming up. Some school is going to end up with a taco day courtesy of Taco Bell. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody loves Taco Bell. Everybody loves Taco Bell.
Oh, good one. Dude.
So we're going to ask people, students, we want videos from your high school games every week with a hashtag on Instagram. Oh, boy, hang on. Saturday Night Live came up for some reason. No. Taco Bell, we want you to hashtag your Instagram video, 15, 20 seconds of the students absolutely live Moss to the max. How about a little Taco Bell signage, a little Live Moss signage, and then hashtag it Live Moss Fletch. Have your students hashtag Live Moss Fletch. It's what you do. Live Moss Fletch. Taco Bell and Friday Football Frenzy. We'll be back on 11:30 The Tiger. I didn't put a lot of effort into that, Rogers. We'll be back right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First choice personnel. Make first choice personnel your last call. 797-7810. 5 locations, 5 census. Daiquiri Express. Taste Daiquiri Express. Oh, I see a Daiquiri Express right over there. I hear the machines churning out the daiquiri right now into my cup. I smell it. I smell it. Oh, I can feel how good this is. Daiquiri Express. 5 locations, working those 5 senses overtime. So your kiddo comes home from practice complaining about muscle aching, so tired. If you want that kiddo to be improving in football, band, cheerleading, dance squad, Hester, they got to get on the practice field.
Yes, they do.
Can't make the club in the tub.
Absolutely. Get back out there.
Get back out. How do you do it?
Go to Chillin' Hill.
798-4325. You're a big fan. I'm a big fan.
Yep.
Imagine what it can do for teenagers.
Absolutely. Get the Norman Tech, get in the chamber, get back out on the field today.
798-4325. Rogers, your pops was Mr. Shreveport, right?
Yes, he was. First ever.
Big muscle-bound guy.
Yes, he was.
You like muscles?
I do.
I like my cars with muscle.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. They basically are the Mr. Shreveport Bossier of muscle cars.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, because they flex the Challenger and Chargers all the time. When you pull up next to one of those, it's almost like, is that Rogers Hampton Sr., like, embodied in a Challenger?
Especially the ones that were red, because he had red hair.
Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. You know, Roger, some people say I'm a ham.
Oh, a big old ham.
Oh, thank you, sir. When it comes to big old hams, you and I know there's really only one place to go.
Big old honey baked ham.
You got that right. Honey baked ham, whether it's July 4th, whether it's Labor Day, whether it's Thursday. I'll take a ham from Honey Baked Ham.
Honey, please get me a honey baked ham.
Southfield Shopping Center in Shreveport. Rogers Hampton, it is so hot outside.
It is stinking hot outside.
That's why, man, whenever we pay online our SWEPCO bill.
Yeah.
I don't want it all going to SWEPCO.
No.
Best way to avoid that, insulate.
Yes.
Rapolo's insulation.
Rapolo's insulation. Call them. Do it. Get it done. How do they do that, Fletch?
865-5113. 865-5113. That's how you do it, Rogers Hampton. Puff, what's the coolest thing you do?
Avoid Robert J. Wright.
That is an excellent answer. You're also a big collector of the vinyl, right?
I am. I love my records.
If the temperature at home gets above 80, 85,
bad things happen.
Vinyl melts.
Mm-hmm.
There goes your collection. There goes Robert J. Wright. He melts. Don't melt. Don't lose your vinyl. With Robert J. Wright. Accutemp, 861-2255. Avoid the melting vinyl. Since Donnie Brewer put Nate Dizzle in charge, I don't think Donnie has been home. They've traveled the world. Has he already done the peacock bass fishing thing yet? I don't know. But I know this, that every time I look up, Brewer Quality Homes is having another ridiculous sale, including the Clapton, the custom Cabco KB series, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet for $99,995. That's amazing. Under $50 per square foot at Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas in Bossier City.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First choice personnel. Make first choice personnel your last call. 797-7810.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU sports. 1130 The Tiger.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton Jr. Adam Hester until his time ends. And he has to go to work, school work, that is. Ugh. As if that's hard. Man, teaching's a tough business, man. That's not an easy gig, is it, Rogers? Back in the old days, it was 3 months off in the summer and every holiday.
And you're talking a full 3 months, man.
Right.
Before May was over and not till after
June,
Labor
July,
Day
and August,
started.
you were done.
No, it was we had a very good childhood
good
when it
job.
came to that. Yeah.
It's still a great job. Don't mean it's a very important
Yes,
job.
but no, there's
It ain't easy. So
No.
shout out to Lord Hester.
Yeah.
I give him a heck. Rogers likes him.
I mean, that was believe me, that was when I hit NLU. I mean, my first semester, I'm a marketing major, man. I'm gonna get me a business degree and open up Hampton Sporting Goods. I'm on my way, man. I know exactly what I want to do. That first month, 2 weeks, I'm sitting in business, finance, marketing, economy. I was like, whoa. Why do I need this to sell somebody a bat and a ball and a glove? I know how to do that. And that's when I got really, really confused about college. I was like, man, 4 years of these classes?
Yeah.
I really did. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And that's when I started meeting people like you.
Open this door before I kick you right in the head.
That's right. I started meeting people like you and Todd Chisnell and more of the people that were in broadcasting and you know, because we just kind of had the same personalities. We're all hanging out at the same places. We all have our pitcher of beer at Bogey's, you know, and it just, as I got to know y'all and found out what y'all did and came to be that y'all realized that I was one of those students that didn't go home and on the weekends at all, maybe once a month to wash clothes and get a little money from Dad. And that, hey, you know, we have a campus radio station that's run by students. Yeah.
I'm there.
All volunteer. Really?
What?
Well, you know what? I'm here on weekends, and it's an album rock station.
You
okay.
choose your own what? Music?
This wall from A to Z, as long as I stay within the rock music, I can do what I want. And non-commercial? Okay. Oh, that was it, bud.
Yep.
I was hooked. Next semester, I'm radio, TV, film management.
Whoop, whoop.
And I'm like, all right. Because my second choice, bleeding off the Hampton Sporting Good, was I know I could be a good coach, but I don't know if I can teach. And that's exactly what I was confused about. Man, I wanted to own that sporting goods store. If not, I know I could be a good coach because I get along with kids. Kids like me. But, man, I don't want to stand in front of a math class or a history class and teach that. And that's when the radio aspect came into my life. And 36 years later, here I am. Here we are.
And now we're working with a teacher.
Yeah. Who wants to be in radio?
Yeah.
And is. That's so funny, but that's exactly how that happened. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to hang 4 years of marketing, so I guess I'll be able to own a store, but I can work at one. All right, maybe I can coach, but, oh, man, I got to learn to be a teacher? What am I going to do?
Thanks.
Yep. Hi, this is Rockin' Raj on 88.7 KNLU. And here's side one.
I used my real name thinking I was going to be able to
that was going to skyrocket.
maybe give me a little bit of luck with the ladies, because I know that the girls were sunbathing out by the bayou where the ski team was practicing.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the Alumni Center.
Yes.
And I would see girls out there with the radios and stuff, and every now and then I'd drive by and I'd like, oh, they're listening to KNLU. So that means when I'm on the radio, they're listening to me, and they might see this 6'2", 140-pound mullet
strolling across the bridge.
and go, wait a minute, aren't you the guy that plays all those killer tunes? Why don't you take me out to dinner sometime? And I'd say, I can't afford it.
I'm a DJ.
I'm a DJ at a volunteer radio station.
Yes. At a volunteer radio
My
station.
parents are giving me about $75 a month for spending money.
So if you're down for raised PGs, I can take you.
If you're up for a taco bandito after a $2 pitcher and you don't mind kind of chipping in for the gas, I'm your guy, lucky lady. Why are you leaving? Where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you heading for the football player?
Why are you going toward the one good side of the stadium?
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Yeah, we're over here in the sun.
Oh, baking on these metal seats.
318 area code on the Bayou Bellways trash text line about JJ and Bonsai Ben. It reminds me of the old Heckle and Jekyll cartoons when I hear them.
Spy versus spy. Heckle and Jekyll.
Somebody came to GeekCon as one of Spy versus Spy.
No.
Yeah.
Wow,
It was a really good costume.
that's going back there, buddy.
Draco loves Bonsai, and he says, my mom was smoking our money. Yeah, if she'd just given me her cigarette money, I'd have been pretty tall cotton. God, jeez.
Just think you wouldn't have been counting on Grandma's $2 bills after she was gone.
8 $2 bills.
For a lifetime of love.
That's whenever I hear any presidential campaign about the inheritance tax, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. No one's getting a piece of my $16 that I inherited from my grandmother. You'll pry these $2 beer bills out of my cold debt. Wait a minute. I'm going to get a case of beer. Never mind.
Wait a minute. $2 tacos?
$2
Jimmy B's? All right, here we go. Give me.
I got a case of beer for $16.
Oh,
and
yes.
the ice
Yes.
to go along with it.
Yes.
Here's to you, Mama. While you're up there, Ronnie Millsaps is still showing off down here, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you gave your other grandkids cars and a house? And me and my brothers got $16. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Always good to know when you're playing favorites that you're when you're in last place in the playing favorites game.
Yeah.
That's not a good place to be.
No.
I don't like to play favorites with my grandkids, but you get a house, you get a car, you get $16. Wait a minute. I think you just played favorites. And I lost. We're playing the favorites game, and I'm the loser.
Short stick. Wait a minute.
I got a
Grandma?
rock.
What, did you just watch an episode of MASH and they had to go into the active field? What is this?
What did I do to you?
Yeah, but I'm just a kid.
I'm the youngest one you got.
I'm the last of anybody
I'm
did
the last
to
of
you.
my middle name is your married name. I'm named after you and your husband. What happened? Other brothers literally named after your husband. He was a good man. He left behind a mean woman. Whew. I still think Pappy just got the heck out of there while he could.
Pappy.
All right. I can either be with Eva or I could die. Let's see. Think I'm taking the quick way. Give me another pack of cigarettes. Oh. Make it a carton. I'll smoke 6 at a time. He loved her. Holy moly. He loved her. I mean, doted on her.
Yeah.
Loved her to death. I was like, why? I was only like 8, and I even picked up on that. Like, whew, she's mean.
I'm only 8.
Dang.
Oh, gosh, Fletch. Oh.
Draco says, my sister's got cars for graduation. Me and my brother got watches.
So you can see what time your sister gets back. And tell your parents.
Take that watch out and time your sister in the quarter mile. She's going to try to do 0 to 60. Go time her. Use that fancy watch we got you. Johnny C. says I was the blonde sheep of the family. Yeah, maybe so. Well, my grandmother she didn't like one of my brothers at all. I'm like, what did he ever do to you? There's some, I don't know.
That you don't know before you were born.
I get the...
you suffer.
But, yeah.
You suffer.
Yeah.
It trickled down.
It did. It was a trickle-down economics.
It did more than trickle, man. It just plopped right on your damn head, man.
It did.
It's like poor Joe Dirt when the capsule of the sewer pipe came off, just all over
Poop rolls downhill.
Just all over you.
And I'm at the bottom of it looking up with my mouth open.
Is this a fondue mountain?
Is it chocolate fountain?
Hello.
Grandma,
this tastes funny.
Poop. You got poop.
Poop. There it is. Oh, my God.
Gruden used a Mel Brooks reference last night.
What did he do?
Or it might have been episode 2. When they were playing the Rams. He hired Sean McVay. McVay went to college to be a receiver and then, whatever. And so he got out of there and he wanted to get into coaching. And he said, we hired him and we called him Bis Boy. Like Mel Brooks' movie.
Yeah.
So that's what we called him. Because that's what they called me whenever I was hired in the NFL. My first job, they called me the blank boy. The guy that comes around and collects all the Mel Brooks movie, you know what I mean? That's what McVay was for us. We called him Blank Boy. It's pretty funny.
Is that what your fellow insurance salesman called you?
That That's very funny. That's a good one. Good call back there, Roger.
Oh, man. What? Hey, be here all week.
I need a urine sample. Huh? Yeah, because you just pee in this little bottle. And the fact that I buckled it in and had a towel around it and drove from Hampton, Arkansas to Little Rock at 11 o'clock at night, like this was nitroglycerin, and then turning it into the ladies across the way with my big $100,000 whole life insurance policy that was going to net me $1,100 in commissions. Whoop, whoop. Streamline this thing. Let's go. I should be hitting this. I should hit my ledger in about 4 days because I've already got the urine sample. Tim? Yeah, what did you see in the office? Oh, okay. Where'd you get this urine sample? We haven't set up with Equimeds to go down and do anything. I said, I got it last night. You what? I collected it. We send a nurse out to do this. We need blood work. We need to. She has to
be watched doing it.
How did you do this? I just gave him the cup, and he went back there and peed it, and I put the label on it and kept it warm on the way home. My gosh. No one's ever done that. Well, here you go. Breaking the mold. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30. Sorry, let's squeeze in one more quick time.
Okay.
First choice personnel, make first choice your last call, bringing you scores on the quarters on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland this fall. Every 15 minutes on Friday Football Frenzy on 101.7 FM, News Radio 710 Kiel, 7:15, 7:30, and every quarter hour all the way until we close up shop. First choice personnel, bringing you scores on the quarter. First choice personnel, bringing you jobs on a Wednesday. Give them a call, 797-7810, 797-7810. First choice personnel, family owned and operated, locally owned and operated, and they'll get you the job you need. We'll be back right after this. The cleanup hour, hitting fourth. First choice personnel. Make first choice personnel your last call. 797-7810. Brewer Quality Homes is knocking it out of the park. Franklin Modular Homes. This really is kind of the future of home buying, home building, home purchasing, all in one spot. Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas, the home of Franklin Modular Homes. Rogers, Hampton, it is so hot outside.
It is stinking hot outside.
That's why, man, whenever we pay online our SWEPCO bill.
Yeah.
I don't want it all going to SWEPCO.
No.
Best way to avoid that, insulate.
Yes.
Rapolo's insulation.
Rapolo's insulation. Call them. Do it. Get it done. How do they do that, Fletch?
865-5113. 865-5113. That's how you do it, Rogers Hampton. ShapenToyota.com. It's open 24/7. Ken Shapen Toyota, Highway 59 in Marshall, Texas, just off I-20. They will bring the cars to you for a test drive. That's what I said. They will bring them from Marshall to Shreveport, Bossier for you to check out. Shapen Toyota.
Attention CDL truck drivers. My name is Clint. I'm with Bayou Bell and Whitey's Environmental. We are looking for CDL truck drivers to add to our organization that's been going since 1981. They have great benefits. Get more information on our website. Drivers. We need you. Come on.
The CL on the DL, Cantina Laredo, and the shops at Belle Meade on Uri Drive has become the oasis in a Shreveport summer. Holy moly. Just sitting on the patio and letting life kind of drift through at Cantina Laredo. The food is outrageously good. The drinks are incredible. It's Cantina Laredo. That's all they deal in. The cleanup hour, hitting fourth. First choice personnel. Make first choice personnel your last call. 797-7810.
1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for sports.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. 11:30 The Tiger. It's 9:55. Rogers Hampton and myself right here on KLU.
There is.
Did they have to change it? Isn't it now KULM, the radio station? Interesting. Oh, yeah. Have to deal with the FCC.
Yeah, that's not just, school president says we're changing.
It's pretty funny listening to Howard because he was big friend. He and President Trump were buddies, you know. And he said, I have no doubt that if I had voted for Donald, as he calls him, he goes, I think he would have made me the head of the FCC. He said, literally. He said, because he said that is one thing about Donald that everyone knows. He rewards his friends. He likes people, and he likes to give people that he likes, you know, gigs. So look at all the friends he's already hired. He goes, I could have been the head of the FCC. Could you imagine Howard Stern, the head of the FCC? Things would change. Things would have changed mightily. NBC. Well, kids, that's going to wrap it up. Big day today on 11:30 The Tiger. Download the apps. That way you'll be able to hear Hooking Up, Tracking Down, Hanging with Hester, Patrick Netherton Show, Sports Talk with JJ and Bonsai Ben, all of our local programming, all of our national shows that are on here as well, and our show in the mornings. Download the 11:30 The Tiger app. It's free, and you'll love it. Speaking of free, 811. Call 811. Know what's below before you dig. Louisiana 1 call, and KWKH reminds you, know what's below before you dig. Call 811. They'll find out. They'll send someone out to locate all the underground lines, utility lines, gas lines, water lines, so that you don't land a shovel in something and blow yourself up. It's free and simple. It's the law. Officer Payne, rest in peace, not be forgotten. Thomas Valley, badge 1284. Rest in peace, TLV. Love and miss, TLV. Good man, gone way too soon. See you tomorrow, kids.
Okay, my to-do list. 1, start a to-do list. Check. 2, finish the first thing on my to-do list. Killing it. 3, treat myself at JCPenney. Yes!
They're back to school. You're back to you.